Good morning, everybody. Guys, let's land this plane. It's Friday.
Oh, it's Friday.
It's Friday, and I am ready to get the hell away from this man to my left.
No.
I don't want to see you for a couple days.
You're so lovely. Guys,
I'm
not trying to mow your lawn right now, but I saw a news story about 5 minutes ago that has made my whole weekend.
And it is?
Two of the biggest names in the world are coming together. And I'm talking about Joann and Michael.
Joann's Fabrics?
Yes, is getting acquired by Michael's craft store. Ladies, Fabric is back.
Oh,
Ma'am,
sorry I didn't lead with that. I was gonna do something else, but thank God Learn stepped in and
guys, I'm not even this is not hyperbole right now. I am immensely happier than I was 5 minutes ago when I saw this.
Well, you know what?
This is good.
Earlier this week, we talked about Hooters shutting down. You know, the last Hooters in St. Louis City, gone. All of a sudden, by the way, gone.
Mm-hmm.
That was the big news out of that. It was like all without any warning. Hooters, boom, poof, gone.
Right.
And now we have Joann's Fabrics and Michael's getting together. Joann and Michael.
This is awesome.
This is the couple we've been rooting for our whole lives.
Michael.
So jacked.
Joe Mike.
Oh, I mean, I can't tell you how many women I talk to, on the weekends, and we're like, where are we going to get our fabric?
So much yarn.
Yeah.
Guys.
So much yarn.
So much yarn and glitter. We're going to craft.
Oh, we're going to
do some crafts.
Time to invest.
And I love Michael's. I go to Michael's often.
They always have coupons.
Oh, yeah. Great deals.
Well, I'm surprised I wasn't woken up with this news.
I know. Anyway, good morning,
your alerts
everyone.
Turned off.
You already turned your Joann alerts off?
Well, I thought they were done.
Yeah.
I thought it was over. Joann's Fabrics. I shut off my push notifications. I figured I was done with this.
I know. And we're
out of my life, and we're not. Wow,
guys! Everybody is getting homemade sweaters for Christmas this year.
Wonderful!
I am so excited.
You know I love cable knit.
Denny's and Hooters are going to team up.
Denny's and Hooters.
Yeah.
Great. I love syrupy breasts.
It just shows us that there's hope.
Yeah.
I know.
Keep holding out hope,
guys. Things are on the up and up.
Hey.
All right.
I don't think this weekend, though. I'll be honest with you.
Speaking of holding out hope while we're mowing lawns.
Go ahead. Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Are we going to talk about
work,
KDHX today? No?
What about it?
It's not a done deal, apparently.
Oh, with Joy FM?
Yeah, Joy FM. That we announced that earlier this week, and I got some messages on the internet from folks that apparently there's an injunction. They're trying to save KDHX, man. Pretty cool.
From the Joy people.
So there's mergers happening. There's mergers being blocked.
All right, well.
I mean, things are looking up.
Things are just not affecting my life in any way.
Well,
thank
you
God.
need to get on our train.
I think it's important. I think it's important to have a little bit of variety in public radio.
3 things right there that affect my life in no way.
Oh, you are getting a crafted gift for your birthday this year.
I think the media
and a
was
KDHX
misinformed.
T-shirt.
There's a hearing. There's a I don't know who's hearing it, but there's some sort of hearing going on for them to let KDHX finance and stay public radio, which is great for all these local folks. I mean, it's no Joann's Fabrics Michael's merger.
I know.
But it's on a local level. I feel like it's just as big a deal.
Let's have something else that doesn't affect my life in any way. Go.
Here we go. Five new cheetahs were born at the zoo, and they are so cute, you guys.
There it is.
Dude,
5 new cheetahs.
Just in time for fabric expense.
I know. And I think this is, is this cheetah print? I think I have cheetah print on
so,
for the Cubs.
Guys, this is good news.
What a great week we're having. I am so happy.
All right. Well,
best week of my freaking life, dude.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll see you guys.
All right. You jumping out the window? Or?
JK.
Enjoy the rest of the Friday, guys. I'm leaving. No, let's talk about this weekend, okay? Let's talk about the weather. Is it going to be a wash? I was going to go to the baseball game tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like 80% chance tomorrow, 45% chance on Sunday of storms.
After some unexpected, severe storms on Wednesday, which, by the way, they put out the official I guess the National Weather Service did confirm it was EF0 and EF1 tornado that went through Wildwood and Chesterfield.
Yeah. Almost hit Top Golf.
And I was looking at the path of it. Literally started at the top of my subdivision.
Oh, my goodness.
Right?
Aren't you? Because you're downhill a little, so that probably helps.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a close one. It's fine.
Yeah.
But, okay, so after some unexpected severe storms on Wednesday, listen, folks are understandably on edge when it comes to the weather.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like we're not totally out of the woods yet. Let me see. Today, we are in a marginal risk zone for severe weather. So both today and tomorrow.
Cool.
Category 1 out of 5. So it's not the highest threat, but it's still enough to pay attention, guys.
All right.
Pay attention, especially with all the wild weather we've had lately. So what should we expect? Today, cluster of storms move in from the west. Probably this morning, they're saying as early as 7 a.m. So, I mean, it's looking pretty ominous out right now. More likely a little later. The biggest threat is some isolated wind gusts of up to 60 miles an hour, maybe some hail, about an inch in diameter. Most of the storm should pass by midday, leaving this afternoon pretty calm. Saturday could ramp up a bit more, another round of storms possible, especially from late morning into early afternoon. Risks are similar, strong wind, hail, even a brief tornado couldn't be ruled out.
Well, I know who I will have my eyes glued to today then and tomorrow.
Templeton.
Templeton.
Also a small chance for some localized flash flooding if we get heavy rain in some spots on Friday, but we're not looking at a major outbreak, but these could be attention-getting storms. We'll just say that, attention-getting storms. Okay. So it's a good idea to keep your phone handy for the weather alerts and be ready to change plans if needed. Timing could still shift by a couple hours either way, but again, we'll keep an eye on our buddy Steve Templeton to see if those sleeves are rolled up. But I got plans tonight. Yeah. I'm going out to Westport Plaza.
Oh no! What are you gonna do?
We're supposed to go to that new restaurant up there.
Okay.
Paso. With some friends, and Westport Plaza is now like newly renovated. It's really nice.
Is Paso the same one that was by like Clayton by the Amico site?
Yes, second location.
Very good.
Second location.
Great restaurant.
Yeah, really good. So going up to the new place. I was up at Westport a couple weeks ago for a meeting and just seeing what they did up there. Because prior to a couple weeks ago, the last time I was up was to see Rafe at Funny Bone. Mm-hmm. Was that last year? I think you guys were there.
Yeah, it was last year. Tina and Libby opened up for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it St. Charles, I thought?
No.
That was St. Charles.
No, there was the time before that.
That was Rafe's birthday. That was
the one
first
you did
year.
stand up at.
That was your birthday, 2023.
That was a couple years ago.
2 years ago? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All meshes together.
But when I was up there last, everything was boarded up. Like construction was going on. They were tearing stuff apart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Rawlings hadn't been put in there yet.
Now they got a nice courtyard right outside the Rawlings building, a nice big courtyard. The train wreck's still there.
Great.
It kind of feels like Ballpark Village, like the way they have it outdoors. Yeah. It's nice.
Have you been up there?
Yeah, we went to the my buddy Brian and I. We went to the Rawlings store there and hit the ball in the batting practice and walked around, saw the museum and all that stuff. And
it's nice in there
awesome,
now, right?
Man, that Rawlings place is nice too. It's very.
But
very
outside there,
nice.
Super good. So hopefully the weather holds out.
Nice upgrade.
Because I'm going to be doing some boozing tonight.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Good for you. What are you going to do? Cocktails?
Probably. I don't know. Let's see where the night takes me.
You're a cocktail guy.
I am a cocktail guy. I'm not a beer guy. I'll drink beer. If I go to the baseball game tomorrow, I'll be having some beers.
It's a situational
yeah, it's
beer
situational.
drinker.
It's a situational thing. But hopefully the weather holds out today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, have you guys heard about this thing called Townsizing?
Yes. I read about this yesterday, actually. This is where people are going to small towns.
Yes.
And I love it.
They're going there
You know who
for
doesn't
moving
love
or
it?
visiting.
Who doesn't love it?
Small towns.
Small towns.
Well, suck it. Do you want our money or not?
No, they don't want your money.
I
They
love
want to
going
remain
small
quaint.
towns. Well, tough luck, pals. Yeah, I love a small town. I love shopping. I'm going up to there's a small town in Missouri called Carthage, Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they got this really cool boutique motel. And my husband and I are going to be staying at this thing in a few weeks because we got to go to a grad party over there, and I can't wait.
Well, it's funny because this townsizing thing, it's a Gen Z thing, they're calling it. Because now there has to be a name for everything. There's got to be a cute little name for everything we do now.
Yeah.
So Gen Z travelers are shaking up summer vacations by skipping the big cities and opting for the kind of small, charming towns you'd see in a Nancy Meyers movie. So according to Priceline's 2025 Travel Trends Report, more and more people, especially Gen Zers, want a break from the hustle and bustle. So instead, they're heading for a quaint, comfy, small town. So what's the appeal? For older people, for the boomers, small towns feel relaxing. But for Gen Z, it's about what? Why are they doing it? Why are Gen Zers, according to Priceline, going out to these small towns?
Cheaper food prices, maybe?
No.
Is it a money thing?
It's living out these movie moments.
Oh.
Cute.
It's living out these movie moments, like curling up on curling up in a cute cottage, or exploring a picturesque downtown.
Yes.
Aww.
In fact, most of the people doing this townsizing vacation says it's all about living out these small town fantasies. And these kinds of trips are for people who want to sit back, relax, and take their time exploring local shops and restaurants away from the craziness of the city. It's all about slowing down, making memories, actually enjoying where you are. But the small townies, I don't know, it's kind of mixed. It's kind of mixed.
I get it, because it's kind of like the state of Missouri. It's one of those you don't want people to move in. You kind of want to keep it level, so we don't have any of those kind of like the Austin things.
Well, a lot of people are like, well, we moved out here to get away from you people.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I mean, a lot of people in small towns just stayed in small towns. I don't think that I would love to move to a small town. Like every time I go to Washington or New Haven, I'm always like, oh man, I could live. In this
Well, part
town.
of it is we moved out here because we want to get away from you people, and now you people are coming here.
But the ones who move there are the issue, I think, because the small town people, they've had businesses now for 100 plus years. Their family owned the furniture store since the 1800s, and
right.
So they're excited when someone comes to town. It's like, whoa, we just made more money than we've ever made. This is good.
Sure. Also, the small towners don't like to feel like they're being like we're coming out here to play pretend.
That's funny.
So you're saying they don't like people moving in on their turf and redoing things.
Well, either redoing things or like, I'm going to play pretend small towny, for a weekend.
Dude, this is new flesh in town. You've had the same 50 people that you've been dating for 20 years. This is money coming in. Your local economy's booming. And a lot of the young people have, great ideas. Like I think about Columbia, Illinois. A lot of my high school friends stayed in Columbia and rebuilt that town to be better than it's ever been in the last 25 years. So I don't know, man.
We don't like crowds out in Herman. I don't know.
Oh, yes, you do.
I like how Herman is on
Herman's
this.
actually the exception.
Yeah.
They want the...
No, I know. I was... And in fact, I looked
You see
up,
that blue-haired gal? I bet you she's one of them pansexuals, Harold. Get out of our town! That don't go around here, see? That's what it really boils down to, isn't it?
I was looking up some. All right, so if you want to town size, if you're looking at town size, so go instead of out to Vegas or out to New York City this summer.
New York City.
New York City.
That's where they make salsa.
One of them big towns. You can do some town sizing around Missouri.
I'm going to... look, as long as it's the practical magic town, I'm there. I want to live in a cool seaside manor that's haunted by witches, and I want to have a little soap shop where I make candles with my sister.
It's a lot where you could drive to, so
Don't we
you
all?
could drive to a lot of these places. So the number one place to town size in Missouri is Herman.
Yes.
Yeah.
The picturesque German wine, the picturesque German, wine country town on the banks of the Missouri. Herman, famous for its wineries, B&Bs, festivals, and walkable historic downtown. Is it Rockport?
Yeah. Over kind of in the middle of the state.
By the Katy Trail?
Yeah.
Is it pronounced Rockport?
Yeah. People online like to say Roachport or something, but it's Rockport.
Anybody been?
No.
River views, cozy inns, art galleries.
It's beautiful.
I did.
Super chill, small town feel.
Yeah, I did a show there.
There's a big winery out there.
And a winery. I've tried the one. What's it called?
It
was like a winery that had like a cute.
I'm not going to try to pronounce this because I'm afraid of offending people.
Or whatever.
I did a show at a winery where there was like a piano on stage with me. I remember that, and it was like a nice little. Had to do the piano bit, you know. If you go on stage, comedian and piano, I'm getting on there. And
Is it Les Bourgeois?
Did you lay on the piano?
No, I pretended like I was a piano comedian until I realized I could only play the first part of When the Saints Go Marching In. But
I think you could do your famous Liberace bit. Come on,
and cork it. It was cute. Feathers. It was cute as hell though, and it was like a little spot that it was like an Airbnb / banquet center winery. You know, there were people staying there for the weekend. Had a nice, cute little outdoor area, with all sorts of little party games, and there was like a little stretch there that was kind of like it looked like a movie set. These towns, that's what they're doing.
Well, everything's a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Everything's you want to visit a Hallmark movie? Here we go. Let's go to Herman.
Well, they made that movie in Herman.
Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm. They sure did. Arrow Rock is another place town size. I don't know. A National Historic Landmark Village. Arrow Rock is filled with 19th century architecture, cute shops, a local theater, and a scenic river bluff.
I love little towns.
Mm-hmm. St. Genevieve. Kimswick is on the list.
Oh, great pie. Yes. You ever had the Mile High pie?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
And you know what? And hey, Blue Owl, I know it's been there forever, known for the Mile High pie. I had it once. Somebody delivered us a Mile High pie, and it was so dry. I think it's something you need to eat it pretty much right away.
Okay. I will eat the Blue Owl pie anytime, any day.
And is apple pie your favorite?
No, I don't like apple pie at all.
Whoa.
I'm here to say it. I know it's the most un-American thing about me, but no, apple pie is like down the list of pies.
Favorite pie? Go.
Cherry pie.
Me too.
Love cherry pie.
That's pretty solid.
Love cherry pie. Peach pie too.
Yeah, peach is delicious.
Rhubarb pie.
Rhubarb.
Pecan is numero uno.
Quaint and walkable. Kimswick is nice. Unique shops, festivals, and, of course, the Blue Owl. Weston, which is just north of Kansas City. Small town with a big personality. Washington.
Oh, the best. Their riverfront little
Which
downtown.
we actually stayed in Washington. We had some friends, and we rented an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And we stayed in Washington, like 3 or 4 other couples.
Great little, I wish so much that the Landing could take note from Washington.
Lively downtown. Corncob factory. Corncob pipe factory.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Watch out. That's how you get the riff-raff in.
Riverfront parks, local bakeries. Washington's good.
Washington's incredible.
Augusta.
I don't think I've been to Augusta.
I'm sure you've been to one of the wineries up there.
You've probably been to a wedding or something.
Maybe. I love New Haven, too. They don't get shouted out because I think Washington kind of takes all the glory. New Haven is such a spectacular itty-bitty. It looks like a movie set. And it's strange. Like, I've played at Paddle Stop Brewing there on the riverfront. And when we've been loading in, it is so quiet. Like, you could hear a pin drop.
Isn't that great?
It's kind of eerie, but I like it.
Yeah.
Also, it was called the Rocheport Winery in Rocheport. I want to shout this place out.
Is it Rocheport or is it Rockport?
I thought they told me Rocheport, but Rockport, whatever it is.
It's, the hillbillies
at Mount Nebo Inn, and it was a very nice place. And if you're looking for a little weekend getaway, I recommend it.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, because
you're not welcome here in Rocheport anymore.
In Northeast Missouri, they call it Rockport.
Well,
so I don't know
if
the people from Rocheport are correct.
Carthage.
Carthage.
Yeah, Carthage.
Great little town.
Hey, it's close to George Washington Carver's place.
Oh, yeah.
Carthage also features Route 66 nostalgia and the stunning Precious Moments Chapel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been there.
I'm going to have a whole day.
What do you mean you've been there? You've been there to the Precious Moments Chapel?
I grew up in Springfield. We went to that, Laurel Ingalls. We went to George Washington Carver, the whole thing.
They have a square that's very similar to Benton, Illinois, which is also a great little town.
Well.
And they have a big courthouse in the middle, and you drive around it, and there's a great coffee shop that I went to not too long ago in Carthage. Can't remember the name.
Parkville was the 10th. Anybody been to Parkville?
I don't know. Let's see where that's at.
You don't like Benton? What's up with you?
Well, they kept the gallows up longer than any town in Illinois in the square, so there were some problematic things.
Well, that's
in
problematic,
Benton.
absolutely.
But other than that, great town. Tommy Johnigan's hometown.
What do you mean they kept the gallows up?
Also, John Malkovich.
They kept up like the
structure?
Yeah, the structure where they used to hang people in the square.
Okay.
For a very long time. Longer than they should have.
Listen.
Up until when?
The 90s.
Last week?
Oh, Lord.
The turn of the century.
Benton. Wow.
I do
They were a little slow to adjust to modern law.
Shout out to Redbud.
Oh, love Redbud, too.
Redbud.
Love me some Redbud.
Shout out to Redbud. Hey, listen, they did the last public execution in France in 1977. Think about that. Like the guillotine.
You're right.
So, hey, listen, if you're going to townsize, just be respectful.
Fine.
Yeah.
Take your Instagram photos and get the hell out.
That's right.
I'm moving in. I'm going to find myself a little town, and I'm going to retire there. That's my plan.
Where are you looking? Like a Herman?
You know what? There is actually where you will probably find me is Geneva, Illinois, if I stay in the Midwest. Geneva, Illinois, up by Chicago. One of my best friends lives up there, and went to visit her, and I go, I could live here. It's a gorgeous little town.
Is it a Hallmark movie town?
It is, but cooler and not like as kitschy. They have great shops, walkable, safe, beautiful scenery.
Huh.
They have a train that goes straight to Chicago. Perfect.
That's fun.
Apparently the gallows are still there by the museum, Rafe.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Well, it's not like they're using them.
I mean,
They're not,
now.
but it is
Not now.
Not now, but it's let's just, okay.
Did they bronze them, or is it wood?
No, but it's kind of been there's been a lot of rallies there for a certain organization because it kind of invokes some sort of Jim Crow laws, and it's problematic. But other than that, Benton's a wonderful town.
You know what? This is upsetting because John Malkovich's house, as well as George Harrison's sister, lived there, and I feel like they've kind of emphasized that to maybe overshadow the gallows that are still around.
Perhaps. And you know what? Look, it's a great town. Good people. Love Tommy Johnigan. Have some good friends in Benton.
I used to live in Benton.
My West Frankfurt's right next door.
You used to live in Benton?
Yeah, when my mom and dad got divorced, our first one-bedroom apartment was in Benton.
Right by the gallows?
Possibly. I was
Within walking distance of the gallows?
Oh, Lord.
It was underneath it.
Anyway. Enough about small towns. Let's talk about something we could all enjoy, no matter where you are.
Okay.
Today is National Donut Day. That's right. And please don't bring us donuts.
I'm going to just remain quiet.
Please don't.
Please bring us donuts.
No, please don't.
Please
No.
bring us donuts.
Man.
That's what I said.
Can you?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, remember
Please
whenever Garth
bring us
Algar's
donuts.
at Stan Mikita's Donuts in Aurora, Illinois, and he's at the screen and he's ordering and he's doing the orange munch drink? That's a great scene. That's what I think about when I think of donuts, is Stan Mikita's Donuts.
So National Donut Day, the two big donut chains are giving away stuff. So Krispy Kreme giving away a free donut, any kind, no purchase necessary. Just walk in and snag one, no questions asked. Dunkin's going to give you a free donut if you buy a coffee or any beverage. It's the 15th donut day in a row they've run the deal. Salvation Army actually started Donut Day, National Donut Day in 1938 to honor the donut lassies who handed out donuts to soldiers during World War I. So that's the history of it.
That's cool.
So 56% of us have brought donuts to work before. 51% think more highly of people who do it. So if you're looking to make some friends at the office today, swing by one of the many great donut establishments.
Oh, yeah.
Go local, baby. Donut drive-in.
I got some local ones.
Good.
I got a list of the best donut places in St. Louis.
Good.
Give me the percentage of people who hate donuts.
1%.
Yeah.
What are the percentages of Americans who hate?
It better be
What's the percentage of Americans who hate donuts?
9%.
I don't think I've ever met somebody who does not like donuts.
Same. I get like the cream filled or the jelly. People are pretty polarized about that. But as far as just your plain OG donut,
But there's a donut type for everyone.
Yeah.
If you don't like a jelly donut, there's another one.
oh my
that
goodness,
you can like.
I love a Long John. Who else? Who's with me?
Oh, Long John.
I like them all.
Yeah.
or
it's
Fat
hard for me to say.
Steve at Strange
Old-fashioned.
Donuts.
I don't think there's a donut I don't like, honestly, and this is why I don't want you to bring donuts.
Because we love them too much.
Do you know somebody who does not like donuts?
Oh, no. I couldn't imagine. Maybe an English person. English muffin aficionados.
Because they're a croissant person.
Oh.
There's probably some crusty French piece of, you know what, that just is being obstinate. But I can't imagine not liking any donut.
Yo, Riz, when you were in New York last, have you ever had a cronut?
No, never had a cronut.
I am dying to have one since it was invented in New York or wherever.
It's a croissant donut.
Yeah.
Talk about the mashup of a lifetime.
I don't know if people are waiting online for these things for hours anymore, but it was a thing. Yeah. It was like one place had the cronut, and it was you'd have to wait 2.5 hours to get one.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
1% of Americans hate donuts.
Are you
Good. Very good, Scott.
Wow, I'll take that.
That makes me so happy because I have a lot of hope today, and I'm happy that only 1% of us hate donuts.
Whoa.
That's great. That's great news.
This is so cool. This is the one thing I think the whole country.
we could rally behind.
So
just look to the donuts.
You know, we've done Hands Across America. Have we ever done like a donut on America where we, instead of being in a line, it's a huge circle that just expands out? Mm-hmm. You know, we're holding hands.
Okay.
So, favorite types of donuts. You got your cream filled. That's number one. The Americans' favorite type of donut is the cream filled donut. So I'm assuming like the Boston cream.
I don't like a pudding surprise. Okay, I don't like.
I do. I love those.
Really?
Your plain glazed, like your Krispy Kreme, is number 2. Your chocolate glazed.
Yep.
Your cake / old fashioned, and the jelly filled is the least. I love a jelly donut.
Well, let me ask you about how you eat these
ones.
filled donuts. Do you go straight in on an end, or do you cut it up and go from the middle? Because I feel like you're pushing the fluid back.
I usually start at the hole.
Yeah.
Smart.
Wherever it was.
Because it's less messy.
Wherever it was injected, that's my usual starting point.
Yeah. Flip it around, hit it from the back. I like it. I like your style, Riz.
Okay.
I'll lift it up. I'll look to see where the injection spot was, and that's why.
Because if not, you push it right back out.
Mm-hmm.
Push it real good.
And then it's all on your hand.
It's all over the place.
That's smart, man.
Strategy.
That's a pro.
And either the Boston. You don't like a Boston cream?
Nah.
Really?
I got to be in a certain headspace for it, but no, it's not my go-to.
Jelly?
Fine. But no, I'm a cake donut girl all the way with sprinkles and either chocolate or vanilla on top.
I mean, I have preferences, but I ain't never mad. You squirt a little custard in there, and it's a surprise when I think it's a regular Long John. I'm not making a phone call about it. It's all good with me.
So the best donuts in St. Louis. This is according to St. Louis Magazine. This is an article from 2023. So forgive me if there's a new place that had opened since then, or one of these places closed down.
Okay.
So these are the best donuts in St. Louis according to St. Louis Magazine in 2023. Donuts in no order, in no particular order. This is alphabetical order.
Okay.
Donut Delight and Florissant. I guess they're open at 4 a.m.
That's awesome.
Cash only, known for fresh chocolate-covered Long Johns and the classic drive-thru experience. Donut Drive-In.
Yeah.
South City.
My boy, shout out.
The loved institution since the 1950s. Famous for their cinnamon rolls and old-school recipes.
Yep.
Drawing late-night and early morning crowds.
My homeboy, Kevin McKernan, took it over. Tim McKernan's younger brother.
Nice.
Bought it lock, stock, and barrel and kept it. Was smart enough that he kept it exactly how it was, man. Bought the recipes.
That's Hampton and Chippewa, right?
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, that's by my old house.
I love it. I get to catch up with an old friend and get a cinnamon roll, and usually he throws a little hookup in there for me.
Of course.
Dang.
What's
up?
Let's give you one extra.
Go to Donut Drive-In today.
The Donut King in St. Charles. Donut Man Stan. That's in the Soulard Farmers Market. Oh, that's the guy with that's got the machine that makes them.
Oh, really?
You ever been down to the Soulard Market and
Yeah.
you see the the mini donuts that go along the oil river?
Yeah.
I think that's that guy.
Oh, that's a cool little
This guy
stand.
sells thousands of mini donuts each Saturday. The Donut Shop in South County, St. Louis and St. Charles, open for 65 years. Duck Donuts in Chesterfield. They made the list. That's a national chain. Eddie's Southtown Donuts in South City. Glazy Squares in Collinsville.
Huh, that's a great name.
Glazy Squares. John's Donuts in Soulard. Mario's Donuts and Cafe. The Mochi Donut Factory in West County.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Old Town Donuts in Florissant.
I was going to say, if they missed that one.
Old Fashioned Donuts on the Hill. Farrow's Donuts, downtown at Central West End.
Had that.
Shamrock Donuts in Arnold. St. Louis Hills Donut Shop, I guess a couple locations there. Strange Donuts, Maplewood, Creve Coeur, and Kirkwood. The Sweet Spot Cafe in St. Anne and O'Fallon. Tony's Donuts. Vincent Van Donut.
Yeah, that's.
I do love me the Vincent Van Donuts.
I haven't had that in a while, but man.
I love the square, and I like that type of donut.
And it's also probably the best name.
Vincent Van Donut?
Yeah.
I think that may be my favorite.
It might be the best name.
I'm a Strange Donuts girl.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Strange Donuts, it's a lot of stuff.
No, I don't like all the stuff.
There's always a lot of stuff.
It's fun.
I like
though.
just the sprinkle one and the Fat Steve. It's my favorite.
Which is the one? I think they got a good maple bacon one. Strange Donuts.
And
Yeah.
they put
Quite
pork
decadent.
jowl bacon on it.
Yeah, I do like that from them. Wood River Donut and More in Wood River, and the old World's Fair Donuts.
Great as well.
So those are, according to St. Louis Magazine, the best donut shops in St. Louis, a 2023 list. So, again, maybe some of these have closed down. Maybe there are more to add, but there you go. That's a good starting point. Happy National Donut Day.
You ever had the donut burger?
Yes, I have.
Is that like a
Dangerous.
minor league ballpark?
Yeah, they were doing that over at the Sauget Ballpark. It was the Krispy Kreme donut cut in half
That'd be interesting. Oh, so it's cut in half.
As a bun.
as a bun for a cheeseburger.
Wow.
Lord.
Also, two things. You can order cronuts out of New York online and have them shipped. And also, there's a new place in Columbia, Illinois called Do Not Panic, Donut Panic, which is very great.
Wow. Oh, Farrow's is closed, somebody said. Pretty sure Farrow's is closed. Again, there's a 2023 list, so I'm not, listen, I didn't vet all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked up best donut places in St. Louis, and that article popped up. So I'm sure there'll be an updated list maybe this year. Another food news, I guess there's a new trend. People are putting jalapenos in white wine. Have anybody seen this?
Yes. Okay. This makes sense. I thought they were just drinking jalapeno water. So that's white wine.
No, it's white wine. Apparently, it's a new thing. So this trend, people putting jalapenos in their white wine. Specifically, it's a chilled glass of Sauvignon Blanc with frozen jalapenos in it. And when you're slicing the jalapeno, you leave the seeds in. People say it's divine. It's refreshing, light with a little bit of spice. You'd think that snobby wine experts would freak out about something like this, but some of them are actually on board because of science, guys. Science. One expert said it's because the wine has organic compounds called pyrazines, which are also found in bell peppers and jalapenos. Sauvignon Blanc can have citrusy characteristics and even say it smells green and peppery. So that's a thing. Maybe try it this weekend. Here's a sommelier talking about it.
Sauvignon Blanc actually has this component in it called pyrazines that gives it this like bell peppery, almost jalapeno characteristic. So it lends itself really well to adding physical peppers. Ooh, let's give this a try. Immediately, the jalapeno just jumps out of the glass. It smells just like a mango pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo. I don't like this woman.
Ooh.
I don't know.
She just messaged
turns me
over.
off. I don't know.
She just messaged us.
This is one of those things 95% of us wouldn't care about, but the other 5% care a lot. As expected, McDonald's is bringing back snack wraps.
Yeah.
Snack wraps.
And guys, there's finally a date to circle on your calendar. Guys, July 10th.
Mark it down. July 10th.
It's a Thursday in case you need to call off of work. In case you need to call out July 10th, put in for the day already.
Okay.
McDonald's snack wraps are back. Snack wraps been off the menu at most locations for almost 10 years when they were discontinued because they weren't selling well. And it might be one of those things that you don't miss until they're gone because fans have been asking for them to be brought back for years. Snack wraps debuted in 2006 as a healthier option. They feature chicken, lettuce, and cheese in a flour tortilla with different sauce options. The second coming of the snack wrap will be available as either spicy or ranch. It's unclear how much they'll cost, but it's probably safe to say they'll be more expensive than they were in 2006.
Are they just trying to do the McRib marketing with the snack wrap?
I mean,
I think this is going to be a permanent thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Then that makes sense.
They seem to do that with a lot of their old
right.
staples.
And guys, coincidentally, Popeyes just announced that they're introducing chicken wraps to their menu in 3 flavors. Guys, is this the first shot in a chicken snack wrap war? I don't know.
Sounds like it to me.
Sounds like the first volley.
What's Popeyes bringing to the table?
Popeyes, described as a generously sized. Chicken wraps are hand-breaded, battered chicken tender, lettuce, shredded cheese, pickles topped with the choice of classic spicy or honey mustard spread, all wrapped in a tortilla, inspired by their signature biscuits.
Okay.
That do sound good.
The first volley in the great chicken snack wrap.
Burger
war.
King's had one on the menu for a while, too. Under the radar. They've had like 3 chicken snack wraps.
Really?
Well, like a honey mustard and a habanero and something else. So this war may have already begun.
Dang.
Burger King was there all by themselves, just hanging out.
Too.
Burger King has been building an army. Slowly, quietly.
All right, if you're on a road trip, if you're getting a snack at a gas station, let's be honest, you're not getting something healthy. You're not. Who's getting cut apple slices with peanut butter or freshly baked kale chips? Nobody here.
Depends on how much I hate myself that day, you know?
But if you're taking a road trip, bad food doesn't count.
It's true.
The worst is if we're on a road trip with the kids and we're driving somewhere and the kids are like, let's stop for a snack. And I'll go, yes, let's stop for a snack. And my wife goes, I bought snacks with us. And I went, oh man. What'd you bring? Oh, everybody gets an apple. Damn it. Because I love stopping at a gas station to get some road snacks. So there's a new list of America's favorite gas station snacks. And what is the #1 gas station snack in America?
One of those eggs and water.
Yeah.
Only one person I know has ever gotten that, and that's Rafe Williams.
That's right.
What's up?
Hard-boiled eggs and water. My God.
Little pepper packet.
Little toots,
little salt and pepper packet off of the free condiments. Put it in your cup holder.
Don't wash your hands.
Crack them open.
What's wrong with you?
Do you sanitize your hands before you get on that egg? No, you don't, because none of us do. Am I right?
They have forks.
Nobody's sanitizing their hands before they put their hands in a
Yeah.
Doritos.
I mean, I don't know. They're my hands. I mean, I don't go into the gas station and just touch everything. But I'd probably go to the bathroom and wash my hands before I grab the eggs.
Oh, man. That's gross.
Whatever, dude.
You missed out.
They're there for a reason, my man.
On the off chance that Rafe Williams walks in.
The off chance that a portly comedian's on the keto diet.
Dude, I'm gross too. Don't worry about it.
How many of those are sold?
I bet a
Has
lot.
to
a
be
day.
a lot. Because
We need somebody-
If
Early
you
morning
work at a
construction
QT,
guy.
let us know.
Yeah, can you just
love
do a
'em.
count for us? Yeah, that'd be great.
If you work at a QT, what are the other ones?
Moto
on a
Mart.
run.
On the Run. And they all got
Molly's.
them. The random hard-boiled eggs
Loves.
package.
Yeah.
Love's got a great one.
Those
Love's,
guys
are-
you can count on Love's, dude.
How
They
many-
give you an extra egg.
Because
How many do you
construction
sell a
guys
day?
are,
0, 1?
Yeah, please count. Let us know. Riz Show at 1057thepoint.com.
They're
tell you-
coming from somewhere.
Love's has got a nice little tray. It's 2 hard-boiled eggs, some turkey bites, and some cubed cheese.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Everything a man needs to get back on the road.
It's a Lunchable for real men.
It is. It's a trucker's Lunchable, and I love it.
I've gotten it too.
They don't put the Nestle Crunch Bar in there. They put 2 eggs in place of the little dessert bar.
Oh, God.
I do that with
That's a win.
Starbucks too. Like they have those little lunch packs with the hard boiled egg and stuff. It's delicious. Also, gross thing here, if you're traveling with me, I do the sunflower seeds where I spit the shells. So I have a spit cup, and that's pretty disgusting, too.
Not as gross as the hard-boiled eggs, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, these are dill pickle flavored sunflower seeds.
You have to be very picky with the sunflower seeds because a lot of them, they're just like,
trash.
let's just spray toxic waste on this one, and then you look at the other one that has no ingredients, and you're like, okay,
listen,
that's
It's all
Scott,
toxic waste.
we're not talking health here. We're talking about gas station snacks.
Well, real life.
I do the dill pickle sunflower seeds, and then I will probably get like some sort of whatchamacallit or like a Kit Kat, depending on my experience that day.
I have the top 11.
Love a good zero bar.
The top 11 gas station snacks.
Show me Gardetto.
Gardetto's, no, did not make the top.
Whoa. I don't know. No one buys Gardetto anywhere else.
Right.
It's only sold there.
Never has anyone come home from Schnucks and been like, oh, picked up some Gardetto while I was out at the grocery store.
It's either at the airport or
that's it.
on
gas
a road
station.
trip.
That's it. That's
Translates
crazy to
road
me.
trip.
Gardetto's did not make the list.
All right.
Give me Doritos chips.
Nacho cheese Doritos, number 9. These are America's favorite gas station snacks.
Show me Pringles.
Oh,
Pringles, nope.
So car friendly.
Now,
Show me
there-
sandwich.
no,
yeah.
No.
Show me a Slim Jim
Meat stick.
close.
Jerky.
beef logs.
Beef jerky is the number 1
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh.
gas station snack.
And
good.
shout out, not that you care, shout out to the vegetarian beef jerky that's on the market. I enjoy that very much. Even though it's like you're eating cardboard, it's fine. Everything's
Some
fine.
of it's not bad. I accidentally ate some. And
I like it.
What is vegetarian beef jerky?
Oh, they sell it at different places. Like,
Well, don't call it.
It's like Impossible.
Beef.
no, it's just veggie. It's just veggie. It's vegan jerky. You're eating
Vegan jerky.
you're
I'll accept
eating a
that.
vegan.
Yeah.
Don't bring beef into this.
Okay.
All right, so beef jerky is the number 1 gas station snack according to America.
Did you guys ever buy the beef jerky that looks like it's in a chewing tobacco can?
Yes.
Oh,
I
of
have.
course I
Yeah,
did.
That was the best.
Gateway to chewing? Absolutely.
Anybody want to throw any guesses out there anymore?
yeah, I will say honey buns.
Nope.
What'd you call me?
Popcorn,
Nope.
Trail mix.
No.
nachos,
No.
Hot. Oh, you already said that.
hot dog. Ooh, they go
No, but
corn dog.
there is something on a roller, taquitos.
Ah, taquitos, of
Number
course.
4. Rice Krispie treat was number 2.
Strange.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Rice
fine.
Krispie treats
All right,
were
we
number
could
2.
do better as a country.
That is an easy car. It is
I'm
very
disappointed.
coagulated. If
Yeah.
you're going to eat it in
It's
the
a good car snack.
It's a good car snack.
Okay, that's why. Okay.
You got me thinking about Bridgeford
Rice
Sweet
cakes.
Baby Ray's beef
I mean, what
jerky
about
right
sweets,
now.
though? All right, let's
Sweets
see.
are there are a bunch of
M&Ms.
sweets on here.
Yeah, M&M's.
Peanut
good one.
M&Ms are number 11.
Good.
The Snickers.
Snickers number 6.
Ooh, Skittles.
Skittles number 3.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Skittles were number 3. I hate Skittles.
I have to be in a mood for Skittles. Sometimes I
That's
want the
weird.
sour ones.
I don't like Skittles.
Me neither.
But I do love number 5, Chex Mix.
Nice. You're a Gardetto's
yeah.
boy.
How can Chex
I
Mix
li-
beat
I
out
li-
Gardetto?
Let me
I
ask you
like
this.
Chex Mix more than Gardetto's, I'll be honest with you.
What do you
Oh
like
my
about it? The
gosh.
Melba toast? Is that your favorite in the little mix?
For Chex Mix? No, I love the actual Chex.
Okay.
Like, I love the actual, like, the
Checks and
little...
balances.
I don't like the little
Dry,
breadstick that's like
crunchy
ribbed for
thing.
her pleasure.
Me
you know,
neither.
To me that's
Really
just a
turns-
throwaway.
It is a throwaway. You're right.
It's the Melba toast. It's the actual Chex Mix. It's
That's
sometimes a peanut, but the little
The little,
phallic looking.
like if you were playing
ribbed-
Tetris, it would be the long one that doesn't have any bends in it.
Right.
And it is just filler. It's the packing peanut of Chex Mix.
Gives you dry mouth.
Oh, Danny's got a good one. The Snyder's Buffalo Pretzel Chunks.
Never had those, but
The
we'll
broken
try.
pretzels. Snyder's makes like a broken pretzels.
It's like the Oots kind.
Did you say
Very good.
combos?
Combos do not make it, but Bugles are number 7.
Really?
Bugles, way to come back. That's huge.
People are driving their car with their
With the witch
bugles on
fingers?
their
Yeah, how about pizza?
Pizza, no.
Slice of pizza.
I do love a good bugle. If you dip a bugle in like French onion dip and you just fill the little cone,
Yeah, little ice cream cone.
you give it a little, you make a little French onion dip cone.
I
out
don't
of
think
it.
I've ever done that. I'm not opposed to it.
It's good.
How about tuna salad sandwich? Give
No.
me number 1.
No.
God.
We already had number 1.
My husband gets a tuna salad from a gas station because he lives on
Tim,
the edge.
No.
I know.
I love
No,
it.
Tim.
Man.
I know.
No, Tim.
I get it from Wally's. I got the
No.
egg salad sandwich.
Yeah.
from Wally's.
No.
I've got it
Why?
You live
It's the
dangerously,
best.
you know.
Starburst Minis at number 8. Flamin' Hot Cheetos at number 10. If you're like me, you like to keep up with the latest cooking trends on social media. What are the kids into these days? The latest cooking term going viral on TikTok is, quote, water-based cooking. That's right. And it's basically just what it sounds like. One video shows a montage of things being boiled, steamed, and cooked as soups and stews with the caption, quote, you started water-based cooking, and now your skin is clear, your stomach is thriving, and you recover from illness overnight.
Picture 2 hot dogs in a pan with water boiling.
Yeah. And some claim that water-based methods like boiling, blanching, steaming, or poaching can reverse aging. That's right.
I thought you need bone broth or something.
The idea is that this gentler cooking style avoids unhealthy techniques like oils and high heat, like frying, sauteing, baking, air frying, and grilling, which is supposedly the worst. Naturally, cooking with water is not groundbreaking, so some people online have taken to the comments. Oh, cool, Gen Z discovered soup.
Unflavored
I guess
soup.
parents are just like not teaching these kids anything, and they're finding things out, and I love the new energy behind it. That's kind of
it's
nice.
another Gen Z as a term for the most basic things.
Yeah.
Water-based cooking.
It's like ramen noodles. They probably like, you know those cakes that you get, those dry cakes? If you put them in boiling water, game changer.
Wow.
Oh,
incredible.
I love how we're discovering boiling things now.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the next TikTok trend. Fire-based cooking.
Grilling? Right on.
Fire-based cooking.
You guys ever, when you're camping, do like a fire pack? You like put all your, like I've made fish and shrimp and different things and
put it in
potatoes
foil?
and butter, and you throw it in a foil pack. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
It is great.
I do that on the grill at home.
Do you really?
When I'm grilling out pork steaks or brats or whatever, I'll take put a bunch of butter and veggie, like sliced potatoes and carrots and asparagus, and just put it all in a little foil pack and let
it's
the
so
butter
good.
sit on the top shelf, and it's rock and roll
I can't wait to
time.
go
Oh, that's
camping.
great.
That sounds good.
That's great. Foil, but yeah, you roll it up and you cut it open and got a nice piece of meat in there, or you put fish in there, you put potatoes in there.
Delicious.
Foil pack cooking, that's right. It's an art. You season it up.
Haven't done it in a while.
Haven't done it in a long time. You just throw it in the fire.
When's the last time you roasted a weenie?
On a
Over
stick?
like a bonfire, over on a stick.
Probably last summer.
Oh, really? That
good.
recent? Good for you,
Remember,
man.
we owned property.
I forget you're a landowner. I forget you're a baron sometimes.
And I have little nieces, so we've definitely did that probably last year.
Cute.
All right, let's be honest. The onion volcano at Benihana. Pretty good, right? But would you consider that luxury?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was born in 1985, sir. Yes.
I consider it more dangerous than an actual volcano.
What's luxury? That's staying at a 5-star hotel for a spa vacation, going to restaurants that require uncomfortable shoes. That's luxury. Mm-hmm. So a new survey, almost 20% of Americans claim they've never experienced something luxurious, which is surprising, especially since people are not only thinking about exclusive stuff only rich people know about.
Wait, how many?
Almost 20% of people have never experienced something luxurious.
So these are folks who've never traveled outside the country.
What do you mean?
Well, we're very fortunate here in this country. I mean, almost everything we have is luxurious. If you go to certain parts of the world, it's like,
And that's what I wanted to bring
that
up.
futuristic thing you have?
And that's what counts as luxury these days.
Yeah.
What counts as luxury these days? It's not just fancy cars or designer handbags anymore. It's quilted toilet paper.
Fine. All right. Yeah.
That's luxurious.
Yes.
Roll with
Am I
this.
right?
Yeah. Well, now that Joann's back, that's going to be back on the market in
Hell
no time.
yeah.
Think about something. What are your top like little luxuries?
My Chanel perfume is a little luxury that I have every day. It's very expensive. I feel fancy when I wear it. I love it. It's
I'll
perfume
concur.
and
Would you
cologne.
consider
I'm even thinking like,
I'll concur with that.
yeah, your phone.
I like a good squirt.
Next day delivery. That's a good
Oh,
luxury.
that's a huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact you don't have to go to the store anymore.
Next day delivery is luxury. Good
Yes.
quality coffee is luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I can't wait to get a horchata after the show today.
TV with no ads.
Treat day.
That's luxury. I mean, I'm talking little luxuries.
Wow.
Little luxury.
TV in general. Air conditioning.
Oh, for sure.
Pretty nice.
Very
Central
rarely
air.
do I have to go into an environment anymore where I'm like too hot leaving. And that was not even a thing. I mean, we didn't have air conditioning in our school.
Yeah, we had the windows open.
When I was in grade school, and I remember just being hot as hell. Just being like, I ain't trying to learn geometry right now. I'm napping. It's too hot. And now, that never happened.
Noise-canceling headphones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, splendid.
How about just wireless headphones?
Yeah.
How about new clothes that you get in the mail? It's so great.
How about Wi-Fi on airplanes? And we still complain that there's not enough stuff to watch.
How about free bread, hot bread with a meal when you go out to dinner?
A hand-rolled
And
cigar.
that usually just like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat too much bread, so I'm going to leave whatever in the bread basket. I don't want to fill up on bread. Pre-chopped vegetables.
Yes.
Oh, like the frozen packs and...
No, or even you just go to Schnucks and they'll be already chopped up onions for you in a whole thing.
De-shelled pistachios.
Yes.
Whoa.
Someone in the chat said radio jobs, trying to fire a missile in here real quick. Just going to go ahead and let them.
So we are living a life of luxury in here. We get to interview our favorite people and play rock and roll and talk to our friends, and it's air conditioned in here.
I'm talking little luxuries. That's a big luxury.
We could afford to get these.
His and her sinks.
Man, don't rub that one in.
Why?
Just because I've been dreaming of, we got one sink and one bathroom, and I've got to constantly be clean. You know,
see, that's a luxury.
We didn't have one
every
till
time I
now.
spit in the sink, I'm in there scrubbing behind myself because I'm like, you never know, someone might come over later. I don't want this dried toothpaste to be in the sink, make them think I'm living like a Neanderthal. But I do want that. I do want dried.
You'll get that.
I want a bathroom that no one goes in but me, where I can be like, this place, this is sad.
It's my sink. Just give me a sink.
Just
Your
a
sad
sink.
cave.
How about more than one kind of cheese in the fridge? That's a little luxury.
Yeah, it is.
How about ice makers?
Yes.
Hey.
How about an air fryer?
Bottled water.
Yeah.
How about a heated blanket?
How about a weighted blanket?
Scented candles.
Yes.
Even, we talked about
Scented
airplanes.
blanket.
We talked about airplanes, but even Spirit Airlines is luxury because you're
in the
quickly
sky.
traveling from one town to the next, and it's easy and
It's amazing.
yeah.
What about puppy yoga?
What?
Oh, man.
Yoga.
It's the best.
How about robot vacuum cleaners?
Yes.
How about the little plastic baseball caps that have ice cream in it?
What is that?
At like the Cardinals game, you get the little Cardinal hat and has ice cream.
Oh, okay,
in it.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is
What
nice.
about smart thermostats? Like I could control the temperature of my house from my phone right now.
How about clap-on light?
Yes.
Where'd
Give me
those go,
that.
by the way? Never got to have one.
Yeah.
And I think I will find one and I will
They need to
bring
have
it.
a
It's
comeback.
ingrained in my head. Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off.
The clapper.
See, it's all in there. That's good advertising,
Yes.
guys. That hasn't been around
No, that's
in
a good jingle.
30 years.
That's a good ass jingle. So listen, I'm just saying, enjoy those little luxuries that you have. Be grateful for what you have, because some people have never experienced luxury.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, the clap-on light was like the original Siri, right? Like we can say, hey, Siri, lower the lights to 10% or whatever. But back in those days, like, were the lights listening to us? Like now we worry about Alexa listening to us. Was the clapper like the
Well, I mean,
secret
it wasn't
CIA
attached to anything, no Wi-Fi or anything that we know of.
that you know of? But how
Yeah.
does that work?
That's a great question.
How did this
Oh, be careful.
get the light to come out and on
That
and
controls
over
the board when
and
you
out?
do that.
Like what?
How do magnets work? I don't know.
Dude.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows how the clapper works. I
We
think
just
we're
all-
still trying.
Miracle.
We just
we're
accept
still
it.
trying to figure it out.
Like how do the radio waves, how are people listening to our voices in this little room out wherever they are right now, man?
Have you taken a gummy? Because we're going down. I just took a gummy.
This is
I
where-
the road, or I just took a gummy. Now we're going to start.
I didn't. I
Why do
mean,
we
I
have
have a
cheese?
saffron gummy. I haven't
How
taken
does the air know to go into my lungs?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Today's Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, the official sports bar of the Riz Show, and home to St. Louis sports fans since 1990. From St. Louis, Ryan Dunn is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Not the guy from Jackass,
He's dead.
but Ryan Dunn, the newest Team Rizz member. Ryan is a listener of the show every day, loves that the Riz Show is always a topic of discussion between friends and coworkers. Loves how everyone on the show feels like one big family and that we keep Jeff's memory alive. And by the way, I got something that Jeff's family is doing, an announcement in a little bit. Loves Rafe's Ememoriam, which is coming up. Friday Fails, coming up. Match up with Moon next week. Some of his favorite segments. Ryan Dunn from St. Louis' Hour. Team Riz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day Soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, learn what you got for us.
We find out who's going to play Paul Stanley in an upcoming Kiss movie. Tulsa King is getting a new star. Tom Cruise breaks records. And I have a photo. It's a fashion statement that I need your opinions about. We will go around the horn next.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays, the porno birthday, and the Kendrick Lamar SZA show.
Yeah.
That was Wednesday over at the Dome. The reviews are in. We'll chop it up next. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RizzShow Show. Your emails, RizzShow at 1057thepoint.com. Of course, the text line, 314-649-DUMB. Friday Fail Stories coming up. Rafe's Ememoriam. So we got a couple guests coming in today to talk about the Bommarito Automotive Group 500, which is next Sunday. That's Father's Day. We'll welcome back to the program Chuck Wallace, GM of Bommarito and driver of the number 14 AJ Foyt racing car, Santino Ferrucci. Dude, next weekend's going to be great. It's a Greeky. So not only are there happenings on the racetrack over there at Worldwide Tech Raceway, but Cracker's playing a show. Soul
Cracker
Asylum.
Low? Oh, yeah, it's this 90s thing.
Oh, yeah.
And Sponge.
That's awesome.
So all concerts are included with your race ticket.
Okay, that is very cool.
Yeah, so Saturday, Cracker plays. Sunday, Sponge, and then Soul Asylum right before the race. So
Somebody to
Very
shove.
cool.
Great song.
Oh, dude, Soul Asylum's great.
They are great.
Dude, they got some bangers, and they got some songs you go, I forgot they sang this one.
I know.
Yeah, I remember that Runaway Train was a big deal. So big they got to play it at the White House.
Oh, yeah. So big
was
you got
really
to bang
cool.
Winona Ryder for a while.
So big they actually found kids.
They did, yeah.
That was awesome.
So we will talk to Chuck and Santino Ferrucci in the 8 o'clock hour. All about the IndyCar race coming up on Father's Day Sunday. I am thrilled to announce, I don't want you to pay attention to this, thrilled to announce the second annual 100 Innings for a Cure Jeff Burton Memorial Softball Game. I met with Jeff's wife, Julie, and Jeff's brother, Greg, yesterday, and put this on the calendar. Saturday, August 23rd at Lions Park Baseball Fields in Eureka. That's 340 Bald Hill Road, Lions Park Baseball Fields. So the Burton family honoring Jeff's legacy and love for softball. Jeff loved putting on these 100-inning softball games. So we're all going to get together for a truly epic day, all to benefit the Siteman Cancer Center.
Awesome.
So we're looking for teams of 9 or 10 players. Like if you're in a beer league, if you are in some kind of softball rec league, get your team, 9 or 10 people. The event kicks off at 9:30 in the morning, again, Saturday, August 23rd. Each team will play a 50-minute game, unlimited innings, with each new game starting every hour. Your $30 donation per player secures you a spot. You get a commemorative T-shirt, you get a cup, plus drinks and snacks throughout the day. If you don't have a full team, no problem. Just sign up as a solo player. They'll find a spot for you. But if you want to play more than once, you're welcome to sign up for multiple games. And if you can't play but want to support the cause, you could donate via Venmo at Jeff Burton 100 Inning. So just of note, this tournament is adults only, 18 and older. But listen, families and kids are welcome to come and cheer everybody on. Okay. But if you want to play. So it's going to be an amazing day cool. of softball, fun, special guests honoring our buddy Jeff Burton. Again, all for a great cause. Sign up your team or get registered as a solo player right now at 1057thepoint.com and help us make a real difference for the Siteman Cancer Center.
I love this.
And, celebrate our buddy Jeff.
Yep.
So I know Learn's going to push out all the stuff on the social media.
Just did.
And happy belated birthday to Julie.
Julie.
Yeah, Julie's birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Julie.
Happy birthday, Julie.
All right, so Wednesday was the big Kendrick Lamar SZA show over at the Dome. I had a buddy working on the putting up the stage there, and he was sending me pictures of what an incredible,
awesome setup.
what an incredible production down there at the Dome.
Theatric performance. Looked like lots of visuals, like a lot of videos and things.
Dang.
It's cool.
Anybody know somebody that went?
Yeah. My buddy Orlandez went. Our buddy Orlandez and his girlfriend.
Did he love it?
Thanks
He
for the
did love
invite.
it. I mean, from all the videos he was posting on his Instagram, I mean, I was loving it when I saw it.
Yeah, apparently everybody loved it, including the reviewer from the Post-Dispatch. Kendrick Lamar SZA weave acts and stunning show at the Dome at America Center. The night kicked off with DJ Mustard's energetic set before the stadium went dark, and a 1987 Buick GNX dramatically rose from the stage with Kendrick Lamar inside, launching the audience straight into whacked-out murals. From there, fans were treated to a massive 53-song set list.
And they went back and forth. Like Kendrick Lamar did a set, SZA did a set.
No.
Very
Yeah.
similar to what Pussifer and
Perfect Circle and Primus did.
yeah.
That's
Is
really
that the
cool.
new thing? Is everybody doing this now?
I logistically, I don't see how this could be an every time thing, but
I mean, I kind of like it, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Charlie XCX did that with Troy for like costume changes when we went to Chicago. So it is a thing that's happening now.
Interesting.
I mean, logistically, it's difficult if you got different bands playing. You'd have to have all their equipment still up there.
But you got a big enough stage.
If you got a big enough stage, the experience, they say, that it was not just about the music. The show was a visual feast. From ceiling-high fireballs to mystical stage gardens, giant praying mantises, and a rare American muscle car as a centerpiece. As the reviewer for the Post-Dispatch put it, the show was steeped in excellence, a moment of hometown glory for SZA and a proud declaration of championship for Lamar. I don't know what that means.
That's great. I wish it wasn't on a Wednesday.
You would've gone?
I would have, yeah. Tim and I, tickets were like $175, like on the cheaper end.
Oh, really?
And I was like, damn. I just, it was a Wednesday. We weren't going to stay for the whole show. It's all the way downtown. I was like, this is not adding up into my favor.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't mention in the article how much, well, first of all, how much tickets were, and how was the crowd? Was it sold out?
It looked very full. Like I had our buddy Hayes, who works over at Y98. He was down on the floor, so I saw his footage, and it looked pretty full. And then Orlandez and his girlfriend, they were center, but they were in seats, taking it in. And it looked pretty decent crowd for the Dome.
Well,
Awesome
show, I guess.
Yeah.
We missed it because it's a Wednesday. We got to get up early.
I mean,
all right, today is June the 6th. Back in the day, 181 years ago, 1844, the Young Men's Christian Association, founded in London. That's the YMCA, baby. 100 years ago, in 1925, the Chrysler Corporation was founded by Walter Percy Chrysler. It's now owned by Stellantis. 92 years ago, 1933, the first drive-in movie theater opens. 81 years ago, 1944, Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy.
whoa.
Today, the anniversary of D-Day. 57 years ago, 1968, stock car driver Buddy Baker drove into the wall at Smoky Mountain Raceway as he was being taken away in an ambulance. The back door opened and he fell out.
Oh, man.
That's a Homer
Is that
Simpson
real?
thing.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a real story?
That is real.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that happened to Homer Simpson.
It's
It
awesome.
would only be funnier if he like somehow accidentally rolled across the finish line and won
Yeah, on the gurney.
on the gurney.
Yeah, the back door opened to the ambulance. He fell out. He survived, and he continued racing, actually. He was a legend. 35 years ago in 1990, a judge in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, ruled that the Two Live Crew album, As Nasty As You Want to Be, was obscene, making it illegal to sell. 2 days later, a Florida record store owner was jailed and later convicted for selling the record. Classic cut on that record, your favorite.
Yeah.
He's so horny.
Oh, yeah.
34 years ago, 1991, NBC announces Jay Leno will succeed Johnny Carson as host of The Tonight Show. 33 years ago, 1992, Guns N' Roses' November Rain. The video debuts on MTV. 9-minute video is the most expensive video ever made to that point, costing $1.5 million. Much of the budget was spent constructing a church in the desert so Slash could do a solo in front of it.
That's
So
They
good.
built that just for
that.
I wonder if it's still there. You can drive up to
That'd
it.
be neat.
27 years ago, 1998, Sex and the City premieres on HBO, runs for 6 seasons. 19 years ago, 2006, after months in a coma, Billy Preston dies on 6/6/06
Ooh.
from complications due to kidney failure. He was 59. Biggest solo hits was Nothing from Nothing, and one of the, he was considered, the fifth Beatle? Because he actually played on their records. And 11 years ago today, in 2014, Edge of Tomorrow was released. That's with Tom Cruise as a guy reliving the day of an alien invasion over and over and over again. Great movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it, The Edge of Tomorrow. And that's what happened back in the day.
Good.
Yes, Scott?
I was going to say, I just think it's really cool that Guns N' Roses has built a church. You know
I
how
would
good
actually
that
go
is?
to that church, I mean,
That is
Church
awesome.
of
The
Slash.
Church of Slash?
You brought up Two Live Crew, and anytime someone brings up Two Live Crew, it is always insane to me that they had 2 Supreme Court cases. Isn't that wild that we live in a world where Two Live Crew had to go to the Supreme Court twice, once and won twice. One for copyright use of Pretty Woman for fair use, and one for
obscenity.
Yeah.
And so when they teach law classes, they teach Two Live Crew.
Yeah.
Your sister went to law school and learned about Two Live Crew.
Probably.
Damn straight.
That's insane.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
Pop star Nick Jonas is going to play Kiss guitarist and vocalist Paul Stanley in the upcoming biopic.
Nick Jonas.
And I got to tell you, I was looking at Paul Stanley's face and Nick Jonas's face, and I see it. So this biopic is called Shout It Out Loud. Deadline says that McG is going to be directing it, and it's going to focus on Kiss's rise to stardom in the 1970s. I look forward to this.
So who's going to play Gene?
They haven't cast anybody yet.
Ace.
But they will.
And Peta.
Who do you think could play Gene?
Oh, gee.
Think of unmakeup, but also with makeup, because they're going to need to look
So they got to be
similar in
young,
look.
right?
Yeah, 70s. So they were in their 20s.
Oh, man.
Let's see here.
Gene Simmons. Who could play Gene?
Gosh.
He has such a strong look about him.
Yeah.
And Paul Stanley, too. His face, too. But when you look at...
I think what Paul Stanley even looks like.
Look at Nick Jonas and look at Paul Stanley side by side, and you'll see that that is a good casting as far as facial recognition goes. Now, this article in Deadline also says that Jonas is going to be doing his own singing, so he's going to have to replicate Paul Stanley's voice and also Paul Stanley's speaking voice.
Okay.
What do you think?
Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things.
I was thinking
Gene?
Okay.
For Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons could also be Danny Trejo.
Well, he may be.
Okay. Yeah. Let's bring him back.
That's going to be hard to de-age him.
We got AI for that.
And make him not Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be.
They kind of look the same right now, though.
But I think this is going to be cool. McG is closing in on an actor to portray Stanley's longtime bandmate, Gene Simmons, but nobody's been officially listed yet. So maybe it is the kid from Stranger
Some
Things.
people are saying Adam Driver.
I thought that too. He's too old.
He is too old?
Someone named Sasha Royce. I don't know who that is.
Interesting.
Adam Driver would be a good Gene Simmons, but he's too old, I think.
Yeah. He could do his voice, though, I bet.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hey, let's throw Timothy Chalamet in there, man.
That kid can do it all.
He could do it all.
He could do it all.
Production begins next year, and this will be the first time that Kiss is actually portrayed in a movie. I mean, they were themselves in Kiss Meets the Phantom in the Park and Detroit Rock City, but this is the first time that they are the subject matter of a movie and going to have actors.
For some
star in
reason,
them.
Peter Dinklage is casted.
That'd be great.
It's Mini Kiss.
Oh, that's the Mini Kiss. Oh, thank you.
Mini Kiss
All
movie.
Figure that out.
Breaking Benjamin singer Benjamin Burley and Flyleaf singer Lacey Sturm are going on a brief 8-date acoustic tour next month. Not coming to St. Louis, but I think this is really cool. They're going to get on stage together and do a lot of different Breaking Benjamin and Flyleaf singles. Tickets are on sale now at breakingbenjamin.com, and essentially the closest places they're getting in is Indianapolis on July 22nd and up in Chicago on July 25th. New music and record stores and streaming today. Volbeat's God of Angels Trust is their 9th studio album. Turnstile's follow-up breakthrough to Glow On is called Never Enough. My Chemical Romance, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, the deluxe edition is out today. Magic Power, which is an all-star tribute to Triumph, including Nancy Wilson of Heart, Slash, and Dorothy are on that, doing Triumph songs. And Pearl Jam's Brawls binaural gets a reissue on Blu-ray with new mixes. So that's what's up today. A Tulsa King spinoff series that will be set in New Orleans is coming to Paramount Plus and will star and be executively produced by none other than Samuel L. Jackson. Currently titled Nola King.
You like that show, right? Tulsa King? I got to watch that.
This is fun.
Tell us about
Stallone, right?
It's Stallone.
It's very Stallone, and it's just one of those just great action flicks, very predictable.
Oh, it's a show, right?
Yeah, it's a show.
Sorry, show, but it's like a great action show, and
how's
so
Stallone's
predictable, but just fun. He's
acting in it. Is he pretty good?
Great.
At it?
I mean, he's a good actor. I don't know.
I'm sure
like
he's his Stallonist.
He is. He's very Stallonist and
very Stallone.
But the whole, I don't know. I just like those kind of ridiculous settings where this cool mobster has to go to Tulsa.
Right.
I don't know. It's
Everybody
just pretty
says
fun.
I love that. I think I'm going to watch it.
It is really fun. It's good.
What do you think about Samuel L. Jackson getting in there?
He's perfect for it. That's a good world for him to be in. Like he's another one of those just super studs that's awesome in anything he does.
So I guess Samuel L. Jackson is going to be guest starring in season 3, but exact details about this spinoff remain under wraps, aside from the fact that Samuel L. Jackson would lead the series as the character similar to Sylvester Stallone in Tulsa King.
So Stallone's still in it?
I don't know yet.
Because if they're in the bayou doing some of this stuff, that's going to be
like
awesome.
Maybe he's in the world.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, that'll be cool.
By the way, Samuel L. Jackson was recently on the Mad Sad Bad podcast, where he recalled getting nearly dragged to death by a subway in the New York City years ago. There's some audio here of Samuel L. Jackson talking about almost getting killed.
All right, here's Sam Jackson.
I got dragged by a subway train in New York. I was in the middle door of the last car, and it was a long-ass train station. When the door closed on my foot, train took off. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm going to die. Because I could see the tunnel coming, and I couldn't figure out anything that I could grab or hold on to and get close to the train so I wouldn't get killed in the tunnel.
Did he live?
He did live. Fortunately, someone aboard the train jumped into action, was able to stop the train before Samuel L. Jackson got seriously injured.
Dang.
He sued New York City Transit Authority and was ultimately rewarded $540,000.
Dang.
So,
Dang.
wow.
Was that before he was famous? Because that's a nice little cushion to learn to be an
Yeah, this
actor in
is
New York.
1988. So he was in Coming to America, and he was the guy who walks in and wants to shoot up the place with a gun. And I think that was 80
around that time.
Time.
Goodfellas, he was in Goodfellas. That was 1990. So it's all around that time.
Damn.
Congrats. That's a great way to start.
Stacks.
That's a nice little cushion for a struggling actor.
Very true. Tom Cruise set a Guinness World Record while filming Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It was for most burning parachute jumps by an individual.
Most burning?
Burning parachute jumps by an individual. So he jumped out He jumped out of a helicopter 16 times while strapped to a parachute that was pre-soaked in fuel and was lit on fire.
Oh.
So according to Guinness, no other actor or stuntman has come close to that amount of drops. And here's a little behind-the-scenes footage of Tom talking about the stunt.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to be deployed, I'm going to be spinning and burn. I have to kick out of the twist and then ignite within 10 seconds.
Start soaking the parachute.
You're going to submerge
Start the soaking
into the avgas, so when the parachute opens and ignite it and explode.
For this shot, we're going to be real smart. I'm not saying be risky. We don't take risks, obviously.
So what did
Okay, let's go.
He did it. Did he die?
He did not die. He also lived. But also, is Tom Cruise suicidal? Or is he so ingrained in his faith
That's it.
that he feels that he can do all these stunts repeatedly, and if he dies, it's all good?
Well, I think he's so ingrained in Scientology that he literally thinks he's preordained to be maybe immortal. I really think that that's where his head's
You
at.
think so?
I 100% think that. I do not think.
I just think he's a thrill seeker, and
But I do. He
this
might
is
be a
what-
thrill seeker, but I also think that
when you have everything, he's got everything. Tom
he does.
Cruise.
You have everything to lose.
Yeah, but he's got everything. He's got all the money he needs.
He has a car.
He could
The
do
Church
whatever.
of Scientology at this point, though, needs him. They can't lose Cruise. That's probably their motto.
Well, they're probably like,
Can't lose Cruise.
they don't want him lighting his parachutes on fire.
But they also have to. They have to placate everything he thinks about himself. They have to reinforce and ingrain in him. So it's like when Elvis. It's like you get to that Elvis level where no one around you is telling you no. You start to believe your own hype.
But when you get to that level of Elvis or of Tom Cruise, what else?
What's left?
What else can get you there? There's nothing.
Everything bagels.
There's nothing monetarily that you need.
Yeah.
No.
You need what's going to be thrilling. And this is
I'll
it.
fall out of airplanes burning.
Let me ask you this, and let's go around the horn here.
Yeah.
Do you think we are going to see Tom Cruise die? His death is going to be a stunt, or does he live through old age? What do you think is going to happen here?
I think Tom Cruise will live to old.
Yeah, he's going to live old age.
I think Tom Cruise is immortal. Actually.
I think we are going to see him perish one day.
You think?
From a stunt.
I
yes.
think.
And he's going to. That's his legacy.
Man, don't
will
you
be.
put that on him?
Come on.
I'm saying the quiet part out loud. All right. This is a man who says he's going to work well into his 90s.
Don't put that.
Yeah.
Don't put that out there.
Tom Cruise's head will be cryogenically frozen right next to L. Ron Hubbard's, somewhere in deep in the bowels of the Scientology
In the
church.
archives.
I can promise you.
All I know is we get the same lawyers that the Church of Scientology has, where they let him jump out of airplanes with burning parachutes.
Yeah, for this show, yes.
Oh, the insurance?
Yeah.
I'm sure Tom's got a special policy.
He probably
Yeah,
does.
I think so.
Speaking of local stories, James Gunn hopped on Threads to discuss the upcoming Superman movie. In the chat, he said the film is going to run 2 hours and 9 minutes, including credits and post-credit scenes. And he was asked if Warner Brothers forced him to cut down the runtime. He said zero truth to that. They couldn't be further, even if that's something they wanted. It's the DC Studios film. It's going to be in theaters July 11th. David Corenswet is going to be Superman.
Did you mention how long it's going to be?
Yeah, 2 hours and 9 minutes.
2 hours and 9 minutes.
What do you think about that?
Some of these movies, you don't even realize how long they are if they're so good.
Right.
Some of those Marvel movies are 2+ hours.
Yeah.
And you go, man, that went quick. If it's good, it's
Fast.
It's fast. If it sucks, you go, oh God.
2 hours.
2 hours. How much longer?
I don't know,
I
man.
think he'll do a good job with it.
Lex Luthor is going to be played by Nicholas Hoult, who is such a great bad guy. And I'm not into all of this as much as you guys are. Like, you are a comic book nerd. What do you think about this Superman movie?
I'm not really a DC person. Superman's not my bag, but I thought it looked really good. I think people that I also just enjoy it and realize it's for kids, man. Like, chill out. Like, I don't get all worked up over these movies.
I'm excited for it.
I think it looks great.
I'll probably see it opening weekend.
Everyone tried to crap on it. They put that 4 minutes out of the film. He just released 4 minutes of it in a row. It's not even a preview. It's just 4 continuous minutes of the film, and it looked outstanding.
With the dog?
Yeah, it looked great.
Looks excellent.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
All right, July 11th.
And St. Louis' own James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
He's breathed some life into Peacemaker's one of the best shows in DC. He made that. He redid Suicide Squad and made it a watchable movie. So he did all the Guardians of the Galaxy. So far, everything in the comic book world that James Gunn has touched has been pretty good.
And he's writing and directing.
Yeah.
Yep.
As the movie Megan prepares to reload for its upcoming sequel, Mattel has unveiled its Monster High Skulllector Megan doll, which is inspired by the likeness of the killer AI doll. So horror fans, you'll want to collect this. You can remove her face, and she's got like scary face underneath there. Megan 2.0 hits theaters June 27th. A court has thrown out 4 employment discrimination claims against Vin Diesel. The actor is facing allegations of sexual battery and wrongful termination of a former assistant named Asta Johansson. She sued Diesel back in 2023, alleging that he had pinned her against the wall in a hotel and jode in front of her.
Oh.
And so that incident occurred in 2010, which would ordinarily be put beyond the statute of limitations. While the majority of the suit is still pending, Diesel and his team deny any allegations of wrongdoing.
So it's not that it's not that they say he didn't do it. It's just the statute of limitations was
It's
passed.
playing into this, yeah. And finally, if you wouldn't mind, Scott, I need you to pull up the article that I sent you, please.
Not
Guys,
cool, Groot.
Guys, Khloe Kardashian had some thong jeans on the other day.
Oh, God, well, those are dumb.
And I got to tell you something. I am not appalled. Now, look, these are thong jeans. So essentially, imagine a jean thong with your butt cheeks like in pantyhose or like leggings and all.
So the front of the jeans still look like jeans,
yes,
but the back is the thong?
They kind of look like chaps.
Yeah, they're like little chappies.
Yeah, they're chaps.
And when I saw this headline, I'm like, oh, God, let's look at this. And then I pulled them up. And, dude, if you got a big rump like that, that actually looks really good. Now, Bella Hadid And another supermodel, they don't have a big plump booty like Chloe does, and they modeled them on the runway for this designer, which is a Mugler's Trompelel, and it didn't look as good. It did if you don't have a big ass, it's not going to look as good. But if you got a massive booty,
rear,
it looks pretty cool.
I like them. Best of both worlds. The yoga pant booty with. And I want a good pair of tight-fitting jeans.
Right?
Two good things. This is great, man.
And they're actually wearing, it's not like your butt crack is out and your cheeks are out. That would be kind of gross. But
it's like chicken and waffles to me. I'm in.
They're ugly.
I'm behind it. I don't know. So
it's good gifts for next Mother's Day.
Check it out on Chloe's Instagram if you want to see them, and you can buy them yourself. They're probably $40,000. And that is your crap on celebrities.
All right, celebrities celebrating a birthday this weekend. Emily Ratajkowski, remember her, the Blurred Lines girl?
Of course.
I think she's an actor now.
Yeah,
she is 34. Iggy Azalea, Fancy, Black Widow, Ariana Grande's Problem. She's 35. Michael Cera from Arrested Development is 37. Bill Hader. I think as far as SNL people goes, Bill Hader's in my top 5.
He's great.
Yeah.
Dating Ali Wong.
SNL, HBO's Barry. He's 47 this weekend. Kanye West is 48. Uncle Kracker. That's Kid Rock's DJ. He's 51. James Monkey Schaefer from Korn. He turns 55 this weekend. Paul Giamatti, one of the best. Awesome actor. Private Parts. Sideways, Cinderella Man, Straight Outta Compton, Chuck Rhodes on Showtime's Billions.
Yes, he would.
Paul Giamatti turns 58. Dave Navarro from, formerly of Jane's Addiction.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And the Chili Peppers. He turns 58. Mick Foley, the wrestler, 60. Learns to dress up like her today. Tiger King's Carol Baskin.
Hello.
Turns 64 this weekend. Slayer singer Tom Araya turns 64. Steve Vai turns 65. Colin Quinn, former SNL cast member and host of Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn, he turns 66. Keenan Ivory Wayans, the godfather of the Wayans family, he turns 67. Sandra Bernhard, Nancy from Roseanne and star of Crackers Low video, she turns 70. Liam Neeson, 73. Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, in the first 8 Nightmare on Elm Street movies. He turns 78. Sir Tom Jones, he turns 85. And Nancy Sinatra, Frank's daughter, who gave us These Boots Are Made for Walking, Nancy Sinatra also turns 85 this weekend.
Summertime wine.
What's New Pussycat, Tom Jones, right?
That's right. And took Elvira's virginity and put her in the hospital.
Oh, right.
That's the legend.
She's a lady.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where our fun and fantasy meet is Cinnabons. That's right, Cinnabons with a Z. Today's birthday girls has been 127 fine films, including Big Ass Badonkadonk Bash 2, Big Booty Bomb 1 and 2, The Black Panty Chronicles 3, Double Dutch Chocolate, A Hoe in the Haystack, Mr. Marcus's Neighborhood 2, The Nubian Nurse Orgy, and who could forget a role in 1999's The Taste of Mocha.
Oh, in a haystack.
Oh, in a haystack, yeah.
I like that.
Cinnabons is 51 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with your Friday fail stories. All right, folks, time for your Friday fail story. People thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went completely sideways, and it became an Uber, an Ultra. Dare I say it? I'm going to say it. Mega.
Go.
Here we go.
Fail.
Oh, my God, that was loud. Thank you, guys. Friday Fail Story sponsored by
Mort's Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
Well, we'll start off with a tech fail of pretty epic proportions. So, a $1.5 billion AI company that claimed to revolutionize app building with artificial intelligence has been exposed as just 700 human engineers doing all the work.
Oh.
Yep, the so-called neural network turned out to be a lot of people with keyboards. And the company now has to file for bankruptcy. So this company called Builder.ai promised an AI-powered service named Natasha. Now, Natasha could design and build apps in record time. In fact, Microsoft invested $455 million. The company was valued at $1.5 billion. Sounded like the future. An AI that could churn out a fully functioning app for anyone, fast and easy. Behind the scenes, it wasn't Natasha doing the work, just a couple hundred engineers in India with some basic software handling clerical tasks. And the charade went on for 8 years before the truth came out last month. After being exposed, Builder.ai quickly announced it was filing for bankruptcy. In a LinkedIn post, they admitted the company couldn't recover from, quote, its historic challenges and poor financial decisions. They're now entering insolvency proceedings.
Failed.
I guess you can't make an honest living anymore. A 21-year-old guy in Long Island got arrested after a string of TikTok videos where he'd go around to different stores and dump big buckets of food on his head. Yeah, he's a douchebag. His name is Kyle Vasquez. He goes by the TikTok handle Tommy Tough Knuckles.
Okay, now I like him.
Tommy Tough Knuckles.
I didn't like him at
that's
first.
right.
Now I like him.
That sounds like a nickname a girl gossips to her friends about. You know,
Tommy
like,
Tough
Don't go
Knuckles.
out with Tommy Tough Knuckles, if you know what I mean.
Tommy Tough Knuckles. What a jerk this guy is. He didn't steal the food. Instead, he just brought it with him. For example, he celebrated by hitting 25,000 followers by walking into a restaurant shirtless and dumping a bucket of black beans on his head. The place had to close early to clean up. It's not like he helps clean up. He walks out. Here's Tommy Tough Knuckles.
I'm Tommy Tough Knuckles. I just hit 25K. Bean challenge. Get me your 50K. We'll do more.
Yeah. He also dumped eggs on himself inside an Italian place, milk on himself outside of Walgreens, did the ice bucket challenge inside a grocery store. He's a menace. He's a pest.
He's a Jackass fan.
Each time he'd run off and leave the mess for somebody else to clean up.
Very cool.
That's not what got him arrested, though. Cops found his social media page and saw another series of videos where he'd go to people's homes, ask to use the bathroom, leave a big mess behind, and it looks like those videos have been removed. He's facing 6 counts of recording people without their consent, 2 counts of criminal tampering, and up to 4 years in jail.
Yay.
Failed.
Tommy Turd Knuckles.
Worth noting, he just crossed 100,000 TikTok followers the other day. So
What's he going to do next?
I don't know, but he's going to be in jail. This story, for some reason, reminded me of Rafe.
Oh, boy. Can't wait to hear it.
I don't know, not in a bad way. It
I
just
didn't say that it was bad. I'm excited to hear it.
In a classic you can't make this stuff up moment out of Madisonville, Kentucky, a man's attempt at mastering martial arts
Tight.
landed himself in a bit of trouble. So last Wednesday evening, police officers observed Michael Graham walking down North Franklin Street. However, this wasn't your average evening stroll. Michael was reportedly engaged in a very slow-motion practice of his martial arts techniques as he ambled along.
Yeah, you got to stay sharp.
The display of deliberate yet perhaps wobbly combat moves took an even more bizarre turn when he allegedly decided a nearby utility pole would be his next sparring partner. Witnesses in this case, the police, say he began hitting and kicking the pole. Following this intense one-sided battle, he apparently stumbled and took a brief lie down on the ground.
He almost lost?
He almost lost to the utility pole. When officers approached to check on the, we'll call him an aspiring warrior,
Okay.
he quickly got to his feet. His explanation for the public display of martial prowess and pole fighting, he claimed he was practicing skills he'd read about in a book, specifically to help him fend off dog attacks. One can only assume he perceived the utility pole as a particularly aggressive stationary canine. However, police suspected another influence is at play, noting it was apparent Michael was under the influence of something.
Karate Kid 2.
Consequently, his martial arts training session was cut short, and he was arrested and booked on a charge of public intoxication.
Failed.
Harmless.
That's upsetting. This man is just practicing an ancient art form. It was meant to be, you can't stay sharp. And I mean, we've all seen, did it seem silly in Karate Kid 2 to try to break the log? When Miyagi was doing it? Yeah, it seemed silly until there was a typhoon in Okinawa and his half-brother was trapped under a log. And what did Miyagi have to do? Break the log. Mm-hmm. You never know. He could get attacked. There are dogs using logs to attack people out there, I'm sure.
It's very common nowadays.
You had a Texas guy manage to get himself arrested not once but twice in less than 48 hours. So it started last Sunday. 42-year-old Richard from Edinburgh, Texas, allegedly showed up at a local business, apparently drunk. After reportedly making some alarming comments to an employee, Richard was charged with DUI, had his car impounded, spent the night at the local detention center. But after posting bond and getting out of jail the next day, Richard called the sheriff's office from his motel room because he wanted to collect some personal items from the car that was impounded. When the sheriff went to check the trunk, he discovered something extra. A stash of cocaine. And that discovery earned Richard a second set of handcuffs and another trip back to jail, this time for possession of cocaine.
Failed.
Idiot. People are still really fired up over tipping culture. And that goes for the people who expect tips, too. 59-year-old guy in Washington, Robert Delahunt, driving for DoorDash last week when he delivered a $100 order. Now, Robert didn't get a tip in the system or cash tip on arrival. So he took matters into his own hands. He returned to the house the next morning with a loaded gun. He was also loaded, if you know what I mean. It sounded like Robert planned to intimidate with a gun to get him a tip. Mm-hmm. He was going to intimidate them into giving him a tip, but the 19-year-old girl and her 55-year-old father were not having it. Robert lifted his shirt to show that he had a gun, and that's when the father started wrestling him. The father got control of the gun, shoved Robert down into the driveway, demanded that he leave. Robert, the DoorDash driver, called the police as he drove away, saying he returned after being cheated out of a tip. He also said he was shoved by the father. He conveniently glossed over the fact that he had a loaded gun. Father and daughter said Robert was loud and mouthy, and then he reeked of booze. Cops say Robert later admitted to drinking. Robert charged with assault, harassment, driving under the influence. His blood alcohol level was more than twice the legal limit. He has also got a prior DUI conviction. DoorDash has also canned him.
Failed.
I know.
Well, he can go to Uber, maybe.
I know. Here's a fail out of Texas. A man's call to deputies about a supposed break-in at his home turned into, something pretty wild when officers showed up and discovered the real crime scene, his own stash of drugs and guns. So it all started last Friday in San Antonio when deputies responded to a report of a possible home burglary. The caller told him he thought somebody had broken into his house and might still be inside. Deputies were like, hey, wait outside. We're going to go in, sweep the house for intruders. Turns out, no burglars. But what was inside? 5 pounds of pot, 3 pounds of THC vape cartridges, 2.9 ounces of Xanax, 8 grams of cocaine, and 6 guns. So the man was immediately arrested.
Failed.
Good idea at the time.
Over in Newcastle, that's over in the UK, 20-year-old personal trainer, Maziar. That's his first name. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his last name. He ended up making headlines for all the wrong reasons after a disastrous drive home from his first date. So here's how this epic fail unfolds. Maziar was behind the wheel of a BMW X5 with only a provisional license, by the way, no insurance, and just 3 driving lessons under his belt. Police tried to pull him over for speeding and busted real lights on the highway. Instead of stopping, he floored it with a date in the car, a first date, a woman named Courtney. She's now pleading with him to slow down. At one point, he hit speeds of about 120 miles an hour. The chase ended in a, quote, catastrophic collision, wrecked 5 police cars, injured 7 officers, caused commuter chaos across all of Northeast England. His date later told the court that she thought he could have killed somebody. The judge called it nothing short of a miracle that no lives were lost and pointed out that Maziar should have been nowhere near the driving seat of any vehicle that night. When questioned, he described his own driving as the S word, and then tried to blame the police for chasing him too fast. The aftermath, a 14-month jail sentence, major traffic misery, and 4 officers still off work.
Failed.
No second date either.
No?
Nope.
Oh, well, maybe. You got to wait a couple months.
Hey, cool.
A couple more for you. A woman from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, wanted for homicide, tried to outsmart police by pretending to be her own sister during her arrest. So, get this. So, 39-year-old Kenda Hess pulled over around 3 a.m. last week. When they asked for her name, she claimed to be her sister, Cody. So, there's Kenda and Cody. Now, here's where it gets even messier. Cody also wanted, but for only retail theft, so a much lesser charge. So police took quote-unquote fake Cody into custody on the retail theft warrant and processed her at the York County Prison. But after some investigation, officers figured out the person they had in custody wasn't Cody. After all, it was actually Kenda, the one wanted on a homicide charge. So now Kenda's behind bars under her real name, facing some very serious charges. And as for her own sister Cody, she's still on the run. Moral of the story, if you're wanted by the police, pretending to be your also wanted sibling, not a solid plan.
Failed.
You know, a common dad joke when somebody's working from home is joking about only needing to wear a nice shirt, nothing else matters.
Right.
But you do have to make sure you don't stand up. The guy in the UK was fired after he did a virtual work call without wearing pants. Even worse, he wasn't wearing anything.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, wow.
He didn't just forget that he wasn't wearing pants or mistakenly thinking he had his camera off. He needed to adjust a computer cord, so he leaned forward and partially folded his laptop to deal with it.
Sir, your nutsack is on the camera.
And that meant the camera pointed down, revealing his exposed
tube steak boogie.
Yeah, naughty parts.
You ever
everybody saw.
Been on a call like that? I mean, I was on a Zoom call one time, and somebody adjusted, and the woman, we essentially looked down her shirt, and it was, I was like, whoa.
Oh, this was the whole twig and berries, everything. So he leaned forward, the laptop folded. Everybody saw. Initially, he admitted the mistake, but when he realized how much trouble he was in, he tried to claim he was I'm wearing nude-colored underwear. That's it.
Yeah, that has like a pube design on it. Cool.
And then he criticized the call for happening on his day off. In any event, his company didn't buy it, and they fired him. He tried to sue him over it, but the case got thrown out.
Failed.
This is junk folder.
This is taking jaywalking to a whole new level. A man in Charlottesville, Virginia, named Kevin Cox, C-O-X, was arrested after he painted his own crosswalk on a busy street, which you cannot do. Unfortunately for him, it didn't take the city long to catch on and get rid of it. And Kevin knew it wouldn't last. He even used non-permanent water-soluble spray chalk. He did it to prove a point. He said residents have been trying to get the traffic under control for a while, and they can't get the city to do anything about it, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. A neighbor who used a wheelchair says Kevin's actions are heroic because there's no access to a crosswalk anywhere nearby, and with how fast drivers are going, it's dangerous. Here or not, you can't paint your own crosswalks. Kevin charged with property damage and is looking at up to a year in prison.
Oh, my gosh. Come on.
Failed.
We're helping.
Dude, I'm going to be honest. I have considered very seriously pouring my own speed bumps in the city. I wonder would I go to jail for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I didn't do it.
Yes.
Why don't you just contact your city
choice.
and
Oh, trust me, we got a little petition into the alderman. But I thought about just going out in front of my house and just putting a speed bump in.
We're going to take it to City Hall.
Yeah.
Some people think they could get away with shoplifting just by loading a bunch of stuff into a cart and just pushing it right through the front door. This guy got a little more creative with it. 37-year-old guy in Ohio, Joshua Henry, went to a Home Depot, pretended to be a sales rep from DeWalt Tools, and started cutting open sealed boxes, including lawnmowers. He used bolt cutters from a neighboring aisle to break a lock on a metal gate containing power tools, damaging the gate in the process. That might have been the first sign something was wrong here. Then he attempted to walk out of the store with a flatbed cart loaded with 23 items, including DeWalt batteries, saws, blowers, and grinders, merchandise worth more than $4,200. Arrested, charged with felony theft, possessing criminal tools, and vandalism. And the store says there's video footage of the scheme, and they're handing that over to the police.
Failed.
And finally, if this is true, the King of Pop's ghost has some serious explaining to do.
Uh-oh.
Can't wait for this.
A 31-year-old woman in D.C. got naked in a hotel lobby on Saturday, threw bottles of alcohol at guests, and blamed it on Michael Jackson. D.C. police got a call about a disorderly person at the Hilton Garden Inn around 5 o'clock p.m. The caller said the lady was in the hotel taking her clothes off. Officers found her sitting at a high-top table, completely naked, with glass all over the floor. When they asked her what happened, she said, "My Lord and Savior, Michael Jackson, told me to do this." Now, it's not clear if she was on drugs or what, but
Not clear at all, huh?
when she started ranting about white people and told cops she happens to be a very racist person, she eventually told him, just take me to jail. She's facing charges for assault, unlawful entry, destruction of property, lewd acts, and disorderly conduct.
Failed.
And those are your Friday fail stories. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and it's Rafe's turn.
It's my turn.
This week's Ememoriam after the break. I was thinking about this the other day. Have my kids ever heard a dial tone?
Oh. I don't know.
That's a shower thought, bruh.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why would they,
Yeah, nobody used the landline.
Right.
Their cell phones, there's no dial tone. Mm-hmm. Like my kids are 16 and going to be 14. I don't think they ever have. Huh.
Why did we even need a dial tone?
I mean, I guess there was a reason for it.
Right. I've just never thought about that.
Huh. If you're 30 years or older, you could hear the classic screeching dial-up internet tone. You have that in your head. Mm-hmm. You could be transported back into a time filled with the Smashing Pumpkins and Blockbuster Video. I don't know.
I just didn't know if your phone was working, right? The dial tone was to let you know
Yeah.
it's plugged in and working.
Ready to dial.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd pick it up and be like, if it's silent, you'd be like, is this thing plugged in?
Millennials, Gen Xers, and Boomers online are listing the nostalgic sounds from their childhoods that the younger generations won't hear. So, all right, I'm going to play you some sounds. You tell me what it is. Okay? See if you can get it.
Xerox machine.
Matrix dot printer.
Oh, okay. I thought
It's a floppy disk reader.
Oh.
That sounded like a printer.
Sound more like a wobbly.
Yeah, it could be a printer, too.
Yeah, with the little hole.
What's
Yeah.
that?
The little.
Dot matrix, I think.
Was that the dot matrix printer that had the things like the
Rip off the
you
sides.
rip off the sides?
Yeah.
That was wild.
All right, what's this?
The exact same sound? Oh, wait.
Oh.
Play it again.
Well, obviously it's a door or cabinet opening,
But that's a specific sound.
for whenever like somebody's
man.
entered the chat. Yeah.
Oh.
That's AIM.
Whoa.
Yeah, aim.
Nice.
That's
work.
the AIM sound. Right. Yeah. What's this?
Doom.
Somebody clicking their online gun.
No.
It's the gun from Doom.
Oh. Back to it. Oh, I got to go back farther.
I don't know what that is.
That's a manual credit card reader.
That's awesome. It sounds like the
should
gun
do that.
from Doom.
That's where they would scan it over the entire card and get the numbers.
The carbon
erased.
copy.
The carbon copy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's dial up, I think.
That's a good sound.
God, that brings you back, right?
Makes me happy. I don't
Does
know
it?
why. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Reminds me of being in the 90s and chatting with strangers.
You know something fun's about to happen. You're about to get on.
I know.
Here we go.
The Wild West.
Let's see what's going to happen on the World Wide Web.
Age, sex, location, ASL.
Hey, don't talk to me. I'm heading on to the Information superhighway.
What are you kids doing in there? Just talking to old men, Mom. They have no idea what's going on.
Kids will never hear the clink of those metal seatbelt buckles.
Oh, yeah, they'd burn you.
Kids will never hear the classic rewinding of a cassette that goes faster and faster and faster until that final thump and it's done. A host asking, smoking or non-smoking. The phone recording. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up, then dial your operator. The clapping out of chalkboard erasers.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The intercom at Walmart telling you your parents are looking for you. I don't know.
That one's the best.
That is the best, but. All right, Rafe.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
It is time for this week's Ememoriam.
The Ememoriam brought to you by no one. Think of it like the Oscars in memoriam. Those of you unfamiliar with the Ememoriam, every week on Friday, we say goodbye to people we lost. Sometimes it's a hot button topic, a listener we've upset with something we said, an internet troll who thought they could outsmart us, and sometimes it's our own selves, our own bad takes. We do live radio, mistakes are made. No one is safe. But either way, we say goodbye to who needs to be said goodbye to. Without further ado, first up this week, the corpse flowers smell.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty pissed off about this one, guys. We gathered, hopeful and naive, to witness the rare blooming of the so-called corpse flower, a botanical phenomenon that promised the scent of death and decay. And when our moment came, Learn went one day, I went the other, and our chance once a year to inhale nature's filthiest masterpiece, we leaned in, nostrils wide open, expecting a bouquet of rotten flesh. And what do we smell? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We drove into the city, only to become a statistic. We were the victims of a totally scentless crime.
Risking life and limb.
Yeah.
That scentless crime trademark.
Learn is a
Botanist.
suburban person. I mean, she had to travel all the way into the city.
I
It
did,
was
you guys.
scary.
Crossed
It was scary for her.
270.
It was scary for her.
Yeah, she had to go. She had to go east of 170.
I mean, it was
Oh,
wild.
man. You're brave.
That's right. She's brave. She came with dreams, high hopes, nasal passages wide open, ready to experience as nature's putrid miracle. A bloom so rare and so disgusting it promised the fragrance of a dumpster behind a Long John Silver's in July.
I did get a county discount, though. I just want to put that out.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did.
Despite the county discount, no one told us that this botanical diva only waves her stink cannon at night. And conveniently, with a year to plan for this one 24-hour window of opportunity, the marketing wizards at the Botanical Garden decided for one night only they were going to go ahead and stay. Just kidding. Shut it down at 5 p.m. like always.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
You had a year to plan, Missouri Botanical Garden.
They have this thing that people will actually come and see and scent.
I know.
And scent. See and get the
Smell.
smell of. See and scent.
We
Idiot.
skipped brunch, delayed our naps, paid for tickets, county discount withstanding, to stare at a flower that smells like nothing. But apparently it clocks out at sunup. Okay. What kind of flower has reverse banker's hours? False advertising. You're called the corpse flower, not the midnight stink lily.
Rafe, if it doesn't smell, it's just another flower.
Exactly.
It's so big and beautiful, though.
We came for dead body drama, and all we got was the pleasant fragrance of the climatron and a flower that looked like both sex organs at once.
That's true.
Maybe next year, open late, so the freaks can get they stank on you. Bye-bye. Speaking of flowers, next up, new weed for old people. Modern smoke for old folks. It's gone to seed. Today, we're going to say goodbye to the rocket-fueled, hyper-engineered space travel weed that our parents accidentally smoked, sending them straight from Woodstock nostalgia to late-night urgent care. We got old folks getting into weed, guys, and it's causing all kinds of problems.
Yeah.
Just because the edible you ate was called Strawberry Fields, it's less likely to make you feel like a member of the Beatles and more likely to make you think a million beetles are crawling around inside your skull and under your skin.
Yeah, just be careful.
Grandma, Grandpa, Aunt Diane, listen up. Today's weed ain't your friend. Your glory days involved a dried-out Ziploc bag of ditchweed you found in the glove box of Uncle Steve's Pontiac Firebird. You got a mild buzz. You giggled at the newest episode of Johnny Carson, but now one hit and suddenly Dad's hiding under the jigsaw puzzle table, convinced Alexa works for the FBI. And Mom's eating dog biscuits and talking about how collars taste. It's unsettling. So we proudly present a new idea from Rizz Industries. And it's the old school dispensary, a.k.a. Rizz Spencery.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
It's a windowless storefront in a questionable neighborhood the way nature intended.
Trademark pending.
Trademark pending, trademark pending. No sleek counters, no touchscreens, just a dimly lit lobby filled with the heavy aroma of Nag Champa. You won't find fancy packaging, lab-tested edibles, or a genius bud tender named Harmony or Chadwick wearing a fedora and a neatly tucked polo.
No, can I tell you what the bud tender looks like?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can. I also may have incled it in this.
Okay.
You tell me.
Okay, no, I'm
I
thinking,
see how
I'm
close-
thinking a white guy with dreadlocks wearing a drug rug.
Buddy. Best friends.
Oh,
Here
yeah?
we go.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, we don't want a bud tender with the polo who can recite THC percentages like some science nerd. We don't need you to crunch the numbers, Neil DeSalles Grass Tyson. Just put it in a bag, baby. Instead, at the Dispensary, you'll be greeted by our doorman, a 52-year-old guy named Randy, smoking Marlboro Reds indoors and calling everybody chief. And Randy will escort you through some fluorescent door beads, through a dirty kitchen to meet one of our certified old-school dealers who will be all conveniently named Jeff and wearing frayed homemade jean shorts with a clearly identifiable drug rug or Big Johnson cutoff T-shirt.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And we guarantee that this white man with dreadlocks will try way too hard to get you to stick around and hang out for a while after each and every purchase.
Yeah, you guys want to...
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to stick around and lift weights?
Stick around. Hey, what are those weights called? I got some power. The ones that, I don't know.
Okay.
Let's do some curls.
Shake weight.
Because the old school dispensary is the only shop bold enough to say, hey, Boomer, put down that purple nightmare. Have a pinch of this dusty brown shake we scraped from a brick shipped in Tijuana in 1987. And our menu will have premium selections of vintage strains, including but not limited to Reefer Sadness. Nostalgic strain that brings you back to a simpler time of getting slightly buzzed. Side effects may include Star 67ing your crush with no real game plan of how this prank call is going to play out. Granddaddy's Ditch has notes of seeds, twigs, and a subtle hint of possible formaldehyde. Blockbuster Buzz. Just enough high to argue passionately about Waterworld being a better movie than people think it is. Schwagadelic. Looks like mulch, tastes like oregano, barely psychoactive, and leaves you pleasantly confused, just like your first marriage. Side effects may include arguing passionately that music peaked with fog hat, mild couch lock, and loudly asking your spouse, is this hitting yet? And finally, Grandpa's Brownies, baked by your nephew who got held back in 3 different grades. These edibles have the precise dosage accuracy of throwing lawn darts over the house at one another. Side effects include forgetting your AOL password, trying to rewind live TV with your Roku remote, and moderately giggling at Geico commercials. No more midnight calls to 911 because the cat, quote, knows something. No more asking if this brownie is too strong than waking up convinced the grandkids can read your thoughts. Let's face it, you guys are too old for strains with names like Galactic Death Spiral Kush. You need something gentle, nostalgic, and vaguely ineffective. So welcome back to weeds that just as tired and mellow as you are, because getting high shouldn't make you feel low. Old school Rizz Spencery, for folks who believe cannabis shouldn't cause conversations with the shadow people in their hallway. Bye-bye. Trademark. Pending. I love that we know exactly what Jeff is going to look like.
We know what's going on.
Next up, parasailing.
Yeah.
Let's be clear real quick. The chance of Rizz ever parasailing was already slimmer than a snowball's chance in the seventh
I said
circle of
goodbye
hell.
to that a long time ago.
But if there was even a thought, after the recent tragic incident where a 19-year-old woman unbuckled her harness mid-flight during a parasailing session in Montenegro, leading to her own untimely death, Rizz's enthusiasm has plummeted faster than Elon and Donald's bromance. Rizz has always been cautious about activities that involve height, speed, and the potential for unexpected gusts of winds. His idea of an adrenaline rush is finding a new flavor of La Croix at the grocery store. So the notion of being tethered to a parachute soaring hundreds of feet above the ocean was already a hard pass. Now, with this recent news making headlines, Rizz has officially added parasailing to his nope list, right between going to therapy and running with the bulls.
And finishing Pretty Woman.
Oh, man.
Not doing that.
What a day. Let's be real. He'd sooner finish the movie Pretty Woman or join a Matchbox 20 tribute band called 3 a.m. and Pushing Smooth, or start a podcast called Hug It Out with Papa Rizz than be playfully airborne. So to all the listeners hoping for a live broadcast of Rizz's parasailing, it's time to let that dream drift away. Bye-bye.
Never happening.
And finally, this is a big one, guys. Got to take a deep breath. This is this week's rant. Track 270. We had to say goodbye to our Track 270 punishment, and people had opinions about it. We hear you. We hear you. You were all geared up to witness Rafe and Rizz tackle the infamous Track 270 punishment. 5 full laps around the 50.59-mile loop of I-270 encircling St. Louis, totaling over 250 miles of pure, unadulterated Mad Max Fury Road madness. But alas, the powers that be, specifically our radio station's insurance overlords, cowards,
Trademark.
took one look at our plan and said, hell no. In fact, we actually recorded the call with the insurance company. Rizz, I believe you have a snippet of that.
Let me
Let's hear this.
We really like to do this Track 270. How do you feel about that?
Hell no.
Okay.
To the no, no, no.
Well, we thought it out, though. We think we have a good plan.
To the no. To the no, 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 no.
Well, our listeners are going to be disappointed.
To the no, no. Hell to the no, no.
What if we rented our own car?
Hell to the no. To the no, no.
Oh, it seems like you guys came in here with a predisposition. Okay, what if I put it on my own insurance? What if we rented a limo?
No. You have any more questions?
No, fine.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
To the no, no, no. We get it, fine.
No, no. To the no, no. Hell to the no, no.
I feel like you guys are being unfair to us. We're St. Louis icons. We deserve some respect. Can I talk to your manager?
To the no, no. To the no, 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 no.
Ooh, yeah.
Fine. That's the call. That's how it went. And look, we don't get it. What's the big deal? Apparently, the idea of 2 radio hosts, one of which having multiple DUIs on his record, weaving through one of Missouri's busiest interstates, a road rage loop of total asphalt and chaos, winding through 2 states, dodging potholes the size of kiddie pools, and packed with approximately 140,000 angry drivers per day, 70% of which are armed and 18% of whom are sleep-deprived big red truckers hauling nuclear waste and livestock, was a bad idea. Oh, sure, we get it. Statistically, I-270 only has what? Around 5,000 crashes per year? Big whoop. So maybe there's a moderate chance we'd end up as a cautionary tale on KMOV, being eulogized by the Emmy-nominated, ultra-talented, and equally beautiful Samantha Jones, right before she throws it to weather with friend of the show and Learn's father/boyfriend Steve Templeton, fighting back tears as he rolls up his sleeves to half-mast to honor St. Louis's fallen heroes in the middle of yet another tornado warning. Then Ken Earhart makes a snarky comment off camera that he never really cared for our show's antics, and Steve and Ken get in a fist fight live on the air in front of the First Alert forewarned Doppler weather screen.
That's how I want to be remembered.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I want to be eulogized.
Could have been a moment. Could have been a St. Louis moment. We've been deprived. That's not our fault. And let's be honest, half of you listeners won't be satisfied until Rizz's limp, shinless body is thrown from the vehicle and lands in a Huddle House parking lot, bleeding, and me getting another field sobriety test live on the Points YouTube. Like and subscribe. We say shame on you. Shame, listeners. We see through your pleas of disappointment. Clearly, you'll only be happy when Rizz and I are scraped off the pavement with spatulas, becoming tragic heroes sacrificed at the altar of morning show entertainment, you monsters. So in the spirit of compromise and legality, we're taking the challenge to the Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois. This 1.25-mile oval track, known for hosting NASCAR and IndyCar events, not good enough for you guys apparently, offered a controlled environment where me and Rizz can safely attempt to replicate the grueling endurance of the original challenge by doing 300 freaking laps on a Friday afternoon when we could be kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
We understand this isn't the raw, chaotic spectacle you were hoping for, and just when we thought Track 270 punishment was already teetering on the edge of vehicular insanity, Jamie Rivers, co-host of 101 ESPN's The Fast Lane and clear suffering from early stages CTE, decided to chime in with his unsolicited suggestions to amplify our misery. Listen, Jamie, we get it. You played in 454 NHL games, took pucks to the face, and survived the ruptured spleen that nearly ended your life. But that doesn't mean Rizz and me need to endure a gauntlet of horrors just to entertain our listeners, bud. Go back to Canada.
What? Too far. Too far.
Who's going to drive him?
Ship him out. Calling ice on this fool. So farewell to the real Track 270 challenge. Your reckless spirit was extinguished by reason, actuary tables, and something called, quote-unquote, liability. Hope you're proud of yourselves, listeners. Yeah, there's no risk of traffic jams, rogue shopping carts, or the thrill of dodging potholes the size of craters, but rest assured the spirit of Track 270 lives on, just with the fewer chances of a multi-car pileup, and Rizz and myself actually surviving to broadcast another day. So tune in, cheer us on, and remember, while the venue has changed, the commitment to absurdity remains unwavering. Bye-bye. And now this week's real RIPs. We lost Jonathan Joss, the voice of John Redcorn on King of the Hill, in a tragic, senseless accident. It was a really sad story. And we also want to say goodbye to Major Robert Ballard of the U.S. Air Force. He was a 20-plus year veteran and father of Team Rizz member Tom Ballard. Whoa. Sent me a message last night. Thank you for your service. Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss.
And that concludes, to my knowledge, unless there's more real RIPs I forgot, this week's Ememoriam.
Thank you, Williams.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Hell no, no, to the no, no. Hell to the no, no, to the no, no, no.
Pretty good tune, honestly.
To the no, no, no. Hell to the no, 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 no.
All right, thank you very much. Listen, we'll take a break. Our buddy Chuck Wallace and IndyCar driver Santino Ferrucci, they'll be here a little after 9 o'clock. But after the break, let's give away some stuff. We've got Pierce DeVille tickets. We got Jeremy Piven tickets. We have one last pair for the Incubus show coming up on July 3rd at Chaffetz. We got a couple pairs of tickets left to go see the Lumineers at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Real simple game. We'll play Fake News of Florida. Rafe will read you a headline. You tell us if it's a fake news story or something we made up, or if it's something that really happened in the state of Florida. You have a Learn Lifeline if you need.
Yes, and I am really good.
So is a story fake news or something that really happened in the state of Florida? 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice of tickets while supplies last. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. We'll play next. All right, today's contest is sponsored by...
It is sponsored by CarStar, your auto body repair expert. Hail damage, see them at carstar.com. CarStar, your auto body repair experts, locally owned with nationwide guarantee. See carstar.com for your location nearest you.
All right, we're playing Fake News of Florida. Simple game. Rafe's going to read you a headline. You tell us if the story is fake news, something made up, or something that really happened in the state of Florida.
That's right.
If you listen to this program, maybe some of these stories are familiar to you, and you'll have the advantage.
Upper hand, if you will.
You know, if you pay attention. So 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice of prizes while supplies last. So we have one pair of Incubus tickets left. We got tickets to go see Pierce DeVille. We got tickets to go see Jeremy Piven. We got tickets to go see the Lumineers. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Let's go to Trevor in Troy. Good morning, Trevor.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. All right, everybody's got a learn lifeline if you need, so use it if you need it. All right, here we go, Trevor.
Trevor, you ready, bud?
Yeah.
This isn't Chef Trevor, is it?
No.
All right.
Trevor's all business. Let's go.
Trevor, let's go. All business. This just in. A Boca Raton valet parking attendant was busted for grand theft auto after stealing a Ferrari from a country club and taking it on a date.
Florida.
Show me Florida. No, that is fake news. Next.
Sorry, brother. Trevor, a Sebastian man, was arrested after he reported a murder by bringing a skull to a grocery store and using it as a hand puppet.
Florida.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yes, that's Florida. All right, it comes down to this.
Covered that story. I remember it. Trevor. Breaking news. A Tampa man was arrested after punching his daughter's teacher at back-to-school night.
Fake news.
Show me fake news. Yes.
There
We have a winner.
Winner. Hang on, Trevor. All right, let's go to Colby in Collinsville. Hello, Colby.
No Florida man would go to
Morning,
back-to-school
guys. Happy
night.
birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go. Fake news of Florida.
Colby, this just in. A West Palm Beach woman was busted for grand larceny after stealing a pony at a child's birthday party.
Fake news.
Yes, fake news. Awesome. Next.
Colby, a Fort Myers man who owed $25,000 in parking tickets, told a judge that Jesus told him he could park there.
Florida.
Show me Florida. No, that was fake news. And it comes down to this.
Colby, breaking. News on the ticker. A St. Petersburg man was fined $500 for telling police his name was Ben Dover.
Oh, man. Florida.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yeah, winner. Hang on.
That was a tough one.
Colby. Okay, it's two winners.
I knew it was Florida and still only half believed it.
Olivia, hello.
Hi.
Hi. Okay,
Olivia.
Olivia, here we go.
Beautiful name. Olivia.
Thank you.
Olivia, this just in. A Jacksonville woman stole a police cruiser because she was late to work at a strip club. Or was it a daycare?
Florida.
Made up. Fake news. Next.
Olivia, lock in. You got this.
You have Learn if you need her.
Yeah, we got it.
Right here.
You have a,
You have a Learn lifeline.
you have a learn line if you need it, Olivia. A Longwood man was arrested for playing basketball naked in a public park and told police he thought it would enhance his skill level.
Learn, I need you and that cute hair bun you got going.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Somebody's watching the webcams. All right.
Somebody's watching the webcams. Learn a Longwood man was arrested for playing basketball naked in a public park and told police he thought it would enhance his skill level.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yeah, nice.
Very good.
Learn lifeline paid off, and it comes down to
Learn was
this.
clutch. Now it's on you, Olivia. You got this. Breaking news. A Coral Springs man was attacked by a python that was hiding in his toilet.
Fake news.
Oh, that's Florida.
Sorry, Olivia.
I wanted you to win. That was Florida.
I wanted her to win, too. I was like something about her. I liked her. I liked her voice.
Kevin in Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, guys.
All the way from, what are you doing in
Team
Atlanta?
Riz number 20.
Hey,
Wow.
Teamers number 20.
I'm visiting my elderly dad
Nice.
with my brother.
Hotlanta. All right, Kevin.
Elderly dad.
Shout out to your elderly
Could have
dad.
just said dad.
Well, he's elderly. It's a good
You're right.
descriptor.
All right, Kevin. A Palm Beach County man was arrested for assault after throwing an alligator through a Wendy's drive-through window.
Oh, my goodness. That's fake news.
Oh, that's Florida.
Ah, Florida.
He said, I'll see your Baconator and raise you an alligator.
Oh.
Kevin, this just in.
Yeah.
A Seminole County man was attacked while taking a selfie with a squirrel.
Fake news.
Oh, that's Florida.
Say hi to Dad.
Yeah.
Say hi to your old-ass dad.
He's old. Lindsay, hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, Lindsay. Let's play fake news or Florida.
Lindsay, good luck. This just in, a West Palm Beach school bus driver who led police on a 23-mile chase said, quote, he was trying to teach the kids a lesson, end quote.
Fake news.
Fake news, yes.
Well done.
Well done. Next.
You do have a lifeline, should you need it. A Broward County man who was tired of waiting at the hospital stole an ambulance and drove it home.
Florida.
Show me Florida. Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, that's Florida. Don't need no lifelines. He was butthurt.
Congratulations, Lindsay. Right, that was her second?
Yeah, that was her
Yes,
second.
congratulations. You win. Okay. Kimberly in Fenton. Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Riz.
Thank you, Kimberly. Here we go.
Kimberly, a Tallahassee delivery man who was caught on camera eating a piece of pizza, says he did it because the guy at the house never tips.
That's Florida.
Fake news made that one up. Yeah. All right. Let's rebound here. Come on.
Positive self-talk, Lindsay.
Kimberly.
Kimberly, I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed right now.
It's okay.
Kimberly, a Miami man with no arms was charged with stabbing a Chicago tourist.
That's fake news.
Oh, that's Florida.
Backwards day in Kim's world.
That's a famous story, actually. The man recently died. No arms.
Oh, I thought you meant the stabbed guy.
No, the guy with no arms just died. Okay, we got one more contestant. Let's end on a high note. Learn, pick 1, 2, or 3.
3.
3. Kat in St. Louis. Kat with a K. Hello.
Hi, yes, Cat with a K. Happy birthday, Riz.
It's like my dog, Kat with a K. All right, Kat, remember you have a Learn Lifeline should you need it. Final contestant, fake news of Florida. Let's go.
Kat. Breaking news. A Bradenton dad attacked his son on Father's Day because he bought him the same tie 2 years in a row.
Fake news.
Fake news, yes.
Okay.
Next, for the win.
Kat. A Fort Myers woman married a tree so she could keep town officials from cutting it down.
Ooh. Lifeline, please.
Lifeline.
Learn
Lifeline.
Okay.
This sounds like something you would perhaps try. Learn, a Fort Myers woman married a tree so she could keep town officials from cutting it down.
That is Florida.
Show me Florida. And I'm going to show you a win.
Oh, that's Florida.
Nice. Kat with a K. You win. Hang on.
I think we covered that story.
Excellent.
Well done. And 100% on your lifelines.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, some of your emails, and we'll talk to Chuck Wallace, VP and GM of the Bommarito Automotive Group, and we'll also talk to Santino Ferrucci, driver of the number 14 AJ Foyt Racing IndyCar. We'll talk IndyCar racing at Worldwide Technology Raceway, the big Bommarito Automotive Group 500 happening on Father's Day, which is a week from Sunday. All right, first off, there's too much Italian in this room. We got a Rizzuto and a Ferrucci in the room. I don't know. There's too many vowels here.
Great hair on this one.
You didn't tell people that I'm Irish?
No, I don't think people would believe me if Santino Ferrucci came in and I said Ireland's own.
Yeah, probably not.
No, but if I say, Santino Ferrucci, you're expecting a guy with an Italian accent or something. You're a Connecticut guy.
Yeah.
With a very, very Italian name.
Yes. So pretty awesome. Thank you for having me on this morning.
Oh, dude.
So
thank you. So Santino's here and our good buddy, VP and GM of the Bommarito Automotive Group, Mr. Chuck Wallace is here.
Hi, Chuck.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Oh, dude, no problem. Hey, we were gonna do some listener emails first, if you don't mind, because people email us all the time, and I'm glad both of you guys are here to provide sage advice. Sage advice
Oh, man.
to our Riz Show listeners. So you're more than just a race car driver, Santino. You're You're a wise person, from what I hear.
Yeah, why is it 27? I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
You've seen it all, my friend. You've seen
Finally,
it
some youth in the studio.
I've seen more than I care to admit.
all. All right, Rafe, if you would, some emails.
Okay, we'll start with this one. This is a pretty easy one for us. Hey, gang, listen to the morning podcast where Rafe talked about dining with us Tuesday, June 3rd. Just wanted to send an email saying how truly honored myself and the entire Hamilton Steakhouse team are for having you dine with us. We greatly appreciate all the kind words. Been a Riz Show listener since moving to St. Louis in 2004, and to meet one of the gang was an amazing experience. To Rafe, thank you again for choosing Hamilton's. We look forward to serving you and the whole Riz family in the future. Thank you,
Hamilton
Chef Trevor.
Steakhouse. Oh, dude, Chef Trevor, nice.
We got Chef email, dude.
Santino, what's a pre-race meal for you? So and here's the deal. So next Sunday's race, by the way, the Bomberito Automotive Group 500 over at Worldwide Technology Raceway has been moved to later in the evening.
Yes.
So it's a 7:00 race.
Got to have dinner first now.
Yeah. So normally the race is.
Oh, yeah. Dude, so before Detroit, this is kind of funny. Most drivers will eat pretty clean before the race, something easy to digest, like a sandwich or chicken and rice. Before I got in the car in Detroit, one of my good chef friends, Chef Matt in Dallas, came up, and we were touring a meat facility called Fairway Packing Co. And they looked at us and they're like, "Hey, you want any meat for the race weekend?" We're like, "Yeah."
Do we want any meat for race weekend? Are you out of your mind? Of course we do.
Oh, yeah. So they gave us some Wagyu strip steaks and like these chopped Wagyu burgers. So my lunches were Wagyu strip
and you came in
and
second
burgers.
in Detroit.
Dude, I had
Was
this.
it because you had to poop so bad?
No. Dude, I had this. And what's funny is like I'm a cook. I'm not a chef. I like to cook. But Chef Matt was throwing down on my Blackstone outside my bus. Dude,
we are best friends. I got a Blackstone and we're both Italian and I like to
Should have
cook.
never said this,
I
man.
know. So he's just made this absolutely gigantic, like, juicy burger, and I'm woofing this thing down about 30 minutes before I got to get suited up and in the car. So I felt great.
Dude, this is a secret. This is the secret to your success.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first thing I said when I got out of the car. I was like, now you got to come to every race and cook me lunch.
Dude, because that Detroit race, first of all, watching you and last minute make that pass to come in to be in second was amazing. I love that road course up there in Detroit.
It's a bumpy one.
It's the meat, though.
The meat
is the secret.
Fairway Packing Co., man. I'm plugging them right now. It's where I get it all.
Put your colon on the clock and your foot hits the floor.
Well, maybe somebody from Hamilton's will deliver you. What are you, a ribeye guy?
Chef Trevor.
Big ribeye guy.
Bro, the ribeye.
You guys are besties.
Gorgonzola butter on the ribeye is what I had with cream spinach.
Wait, I don't like gorgonzola.
I like garlic butter or horseradish cream.
They got horseradish. Trevor.
You don't like gorgonzola either?
I'm not being Italian.
He's not going to kiss you, man.
So this is
Dude, it's
kinda
lactose intolerant too.
I know, it's kind of tough. So I'll eat about as much mozzarella cheese as I can before I get sick.
All right, Trevor, you heard it. If you're listening, Hamilton's has to deliver
a couple of big 14-ounce ribeye to the number 14 car.
Tomahawk ribeye for the 14 car so he can
win
and then go straight to a porta potty before collecting his trophy.
Hey, I got my bus here, so at least I can.
Oh, you're good, dude.
I can go.
It's got a grinder on it. Are you allowed to number 2 on the bus, or is that a pull off?
Well, it's my bus.
It's his bus.
Yeah,
He's not in a band.
There's a lot of rules I found out on these buses that if they don't have a grinder, they're number 1 only. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but if that's for a band.
But I've been sneaking into buses and pooping for a long time, and now it's good for me to know that.
You know,
don't worry, I'm not going to do that to you.
Oh, it's okay. We got 3 dogs. I don't know if you'd make it in my bus.
Rafe's bucket list, if there's one item, is to make it onto Willie Nelson's bus.
Yeah.
Now.
To get onto Willie Nelson's bus.
The Operation Honeysuckle Rose, dude, it's been underway for a long time. He's here in June.
How do we make that happen?
I don't know, man.
We're trying.
Do you name your bus?
No.
Larry.
All right. Good to know. You should name it.
I got a fifth wheel from Alliance and from General RV. They're great friends of mine, and they hooked me up.
Okay.
So I just tow it everywhere. So I am not only my own race car driver, I am my own bus driver.
Look at you.
So I have to do all the maintenance, all the dump out,
Nice.
all
Just
the
like
I
us.
do it all. I do everything.
They're just celebrities. They're just like us.
Just like us, huh?
How many speeding tickets have you gotten in your life?
Well, funny enough, knock on wood, I haven't had one in a minute. It's probably been a few years.
How many have you gotten out of because they realized you're a race car driver?
A lot.
Yeah.
So I got out of a pretty big one my rookie year in my hometown, Connecticut.
Yeah.
So
Main streets of Connecticut.
I was going down Main Street. Oh yeah, I was going way too fast. I mean, it was middle of the night. I was just going home from I don't even know where, and I was kind of racing my dad. And,
nice.
Yeah, of all things, I saw the cop light me up, and I pulled over. My dad took off and went home.
Yeah. You mean one?
Yeah, basically one.
Yeah.
Checkered flag.
Yeah.
Never beat the old man, dude.
Yeah, by the time the state trooper got out, I already had a text message. They knew who it was. I already had a text message from my buddy. I hear you're running late night practice. Mind you, I'm going out to Pocono for the IndyCar race the very next day. So my race gear, my helmet, merch, everything's in my bag.
In the car.
Everything's in the car. I'm packed. I'm ready to go.
Did you put your helmet on and roll your window down?
No, I would be.
Sorry, I forgot I had this on. Big race tomorrow.
I did roll the windows down, and I did put my hands out the window because I thought I was spending the night with the officer.
How fast were you going?
I don't want to admit how fast I was going.
How fast allegedly were you going?
I was allegedly in the triple digits.
No way. Nice.
Yeah.
What was the speed zone? What was it?
Main Street, right? So
Not
it's
triple
25.
digits.
Think about a typical Main Street
Right.
speed limit.
35,
A little bit more than 35. But yeah, no,
37.
it was pretty impressive. So I've got some really cool friends. Funny enough, they're close enough friends. They all came out. Joe Roden and his son Caleb, they came out to the Indy 500 this year. They've come out almost every year. I think they're also going to Milwaukee. So like I said, really good friends of mine now.
Not good enough for St. Louis, though.
Oh,
Cool.
I mean,
That's fine.
everything's just happened so quick. It's Father's Day weekend, though. I mean, everybody's got to bring their dads out to this race at least.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Rafe, all right, another email.
All right, listen to the
I'm sorry if I'm keeping you guys, but this is we're doing some work here.
Yeah, we're locking you down.
I mean, Chuck's listening. Chuck, you got to add into the speeding stories here soon.
Chuck,
what was the last speeding ticket you got?
Ooh, long time ago.
Okay.
And I drive fast, but safe.
So, of course.
Yeah. Drive nice
Wear a
cars,
helmet.
new
Yeah.
cars.
Well, we're about to take a long drive together, so we will be speeding.
Oh, at the racetrack?
Yeah, we lost. We have to drive 275 times as a punishment. Was supposed to be our punishment was to drive the loop that goes around St. Louis. It's 60 miles long and it's riddled with traffic. We lost a competition, but our insurance company wouldn't cover it, so we're going to a racetrack with a civilian car.
And thanks to Chris and thanks to everybody over the racetrack for letting us use the racetrack to fulfill our punishment.
Yeah, you're doing a two-seater ride.
Oh, I know. And we're gonna talk about that.
All right.
I'm very excited. All right, one more email, Rafe.
All right, listening to the podcast, you guys are talking about eating out on the first date and busting out a coupon. Just wanted to let you know that the state of dating has changed since you all were single buttheads. Okay, didn't have to say that. Honestly, going out to a restaurant on a first date, entirely too much money for people to invest nowadays without even knowing if there's even interest in the other person. Dating coaches suggest coffee or something familiar for a first date so you can see chemistry before wasting your time and money. I must say that it's a go-to now for the most part. I'm in my late 30s, by the way, and as far as I know, this is the new normal. And if someone is expecting more than that, it's a possible indicator that the other person is only interested in your money.
So there's dating coaches now?
Just some food for thought.
Yes, there is.
Dating coach?
Dang.
Team
Got a
Rizzuto.
dating coach?
All right. I've heard this one from a friend of mine, and they do what's called a drive-through.
Okay.
Give them an hour, and then that's it. 1 hour.
1 hour.
Meet up somewhere, 1 hour.
It's like a speed date, but extended.
Drive-through. That's what
Okay.
they call it.
That's what they call it, a drive-through?
They call it a drive-through. Yeah. So, interesting concept, but apparently it works.
Daytime, nighttime.
Anytime.
Anytime.
I feel like nighttime 1 hour is a lot harder to pull off.
Here's the problem. Is it okay to use a coupon when you're out on a first date?
Well, where are you going? Like, are we talking like Applebee's, Chili's, or like
let's fine.
Chop House?
Yeah,
I mean,
I believe
like,
Chili's
let's
or
say
Applebee's.
Chili's or Applebee's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's totally exceptional.
Thank you.
Exceptional or acceptable?
Acceptable, exceptional. I mean, yeah. It's been a morning.
Don't
But I mean,
take
like, if
a
you
coupon out. Come on.
No.
now,
Right, Chuck?
You guys are old school. This young man
way.
is 27 years old. I said it was
get my
okay as
wallet
well.
out and
I'm
open it up
40.
and get
All
a
right.
coupon.
Bruh.
I'm not
Are
doing
you
no
are you
coupons.
single? Do you date?
no, I'm married.
You're married. Okay.
I think if I pulled out a coupon when I
Would
first
your
went out with
wife
my
lose
wife,
it?
I think she would have lost it.
Exactly.
And walked away.
And I mean, she probably would have looked at me. Oh man, I got some good off-air stories from me and my wife. But one of the good on-air ones that we talk about, we were out on her dad's boat, just going through the inlet, and in Palm Beach, in Jupiter, beautiful. Like I'm happy that I didn't get thrown overboard by her dad, which was also wonderful. And we're going by this like 200-foot yacht, and her dad looks over and goes, "Hey, don't you know that guy?" And he goes back, "Yeah, I used to date him." I just went,
Oh.
I was like, "Cool, give me his number. I'll date him."
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's a 200-foot yacht.
A 200-foot yacht down
Yeah.
in Florida.
Right there, that's when I knew. I was like,
We
all
all-
right, this is wife
Yeah.
material right here
And
for
then
me.
you whipped out a coupon at Bubba Gump Shrimp on the coastline.
No, dude, I took her straight to Hooters.
All right. Oh, yeah. R.I.P. to the final Hooters.
You're like, she's used to luxury. I got to take her to Hooters.
It's a sensitive topic for St. Louis, our downtown location.
We
closed
lost our-
this week.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they filed for bankruptcy, like any great American company.
They took an actual giant baggy sweater and put it over the whole building. It was
Yeah.
very
That
sad,
was it.
man.
Very ceremonial.
That is
sad.
sad.
All right. Well, listen. The big race is a week from Sunday, Chuck. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500. And it's going to be one hell of a weekend. Now, it's not just a Sunday race. It's a whole, it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. And the concerts you guys have, I mean, this is right up my alley. Sponge, Cracker, and Soul Asylum. Do you know any of these bands, Santino?
I listen to alt rock, but no, I do not.
He'll be in the front row.
I will be there. I'm sure, dude. I'm sure I'll be there. I'm sure my wife's super excited to see these bands too, and she loves going to this race. I mean, she was on the phone with me and Chuck when I landed. And she's like super thrilled. I think
She's going to come in for it?
I think this is one of her favorite races to attend.
Nice.
Just
awesome.
because of the way that Bommarito puts it on. Turn 4 Suite, the concerts, everything that happens. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves it.
And how many years is now with you guys? In
This
the
is year
race?
number 9.
Oh God, I cannot believe
Can you
it.
believe it? We actually in 2020 during COVID, we did a double.
Yeah.
We did 2 races, so it's going to be great. It's going to be prime time. It's 7:00 start now. They moved it back.
I'm taking the next day off. By the way,
maybe me too.
I'm taking the
It'll
next
be a
day
long
off. I'm not going to be clock watching. I'm going to be all in for this race.
It's going to be great.
So what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be in a car.
You're going to be in a 2-seater.
I'm going to be in a 2-seater.
2-seater IndyCar.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a thrill.
A 2-seater
It is a
IndyCar.
thrill. When you first start, you're like, this is really nothing. But when they hit the gas, it's a whole.
Oh my!
How
Who's going
fast
to be
is it gonna
driving?
go? Yeah.
Santino.
Oh, you're going to be driving?
No, I'm a liability. They don't let me drive
You're a
anything.
menace.
No, like every year I go over to Indy at Chevrolet's doing the driving experience. This year they had the ZR1s, which is cool. And one of the guys asked me, "How come you're not driving us around?" And I looked straight at the head of GM and looked at the guy and I went, "I'm a liability to drive one of these cars around this track."
You are,
because I have
for sure.
absolutely zero self-control when it comes to driving a 1,000 horsepower car.
Yeah.
So that's also why they don't let me in the 2-seater.
I did the 2-seater in Indianapolis. It was incredible.
Oh my God.
At the Speedway, it was a lot of fun. You going out the out ramp or whatever, and then all of a sudden you hit the back straightaway and they turn on the gas, and
Yeah.
it's like it's insane.
Oh my God! I can't
And then
wait.
wait till you see the front wheel go up to the wall.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, wear a
guys.
diaper, pal.
Man.
I mean, you're right. You're this far from the wall at 200.
We got to get you a Hamilton steak before you get in the 2-seater.
Listen, I was in a NASCAR going around there, but not an IndyCar. This is going to be a whole new
That is
experience.
awesome.
Not the same.
Not
That's
the
like
same.
taking a school bus around the racetrack.
Yeah.
Versus, fighter jet. No, it'd be fun. You'll have a good time holding your head up, too, because this is a high G track.
Yeah.
So when you go through 3 and 4, just, remember to relax your jaw.
Okay.
So-
And my sphincter.
And your sphincter. Yeah, you're going to be clenching both ends, man.
Open that up. That actually helps with drag if you open up your
my
your
Lord.
sphincter.
Man, oh, man, you guys are rough. Rough in the morning here.
It'll be the last 2-seater ride ever given.
Chuck, it's Friday, man. We're punch drunk.
And you're the Grand Marshal.
Oh, that's
have
right.
Have we talked about that?
We have not. I was waiting for
You're
you
the
guys to
king
come in.
for the day.
I'm
Really?
the Grand Marshal
What?
of
Wow.
this particular
No idea.
race. Oh, yeah. I have not.
You guys didn't know? He's been holding the secret?
I was waiting for you to come in.
He hasn't said anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm the Grand Marshal of the Bomberito Automotive Group 500. This is a dream come true, and my God,
You're a race car guy.
I'm a race car guy, and it's an honor to even be asked to do this. And my mother is flying in.
I fought it for several weeks. I tried.
Thank you.
I tried to fight it, but I lost.
My mother is coming in.
Good for you.
To watch her son, because my dad used to take me up to Lime Rock when I was a kid.
Grew up 30 minutes from there.
Yeah.
So know that track very well.
So my dad, when I was a little kid, would take me up to the races to watch, to watch the track over there at Lime Rock, and to do this is a dream come true. And
you're going to get to do it all. I mean, you're going to ride you got the 2-seater ride. You're going to be in turn 4. You're the Grand Marshal. You're going to be on stage. I mean,
my God.
I mean,
just start drinking till after the 2-seater.
There you go. Good
That'd
advice.
be my only advice.
I usually like to lube up before these things, but so I won't.
You will be drinking it twice.
Oh. Do it.
You're lucky because the 2-seater rides this year, because they moved the time, it's in the afternoon. Normally, the 2-seater rides are normally on Saturday or like 7 or 8 in the morning.
Tell him I said hi.
Oh, is that John Kioski, by the way?
Yeah, John Kioski's in the
our
producer
general
booth.
manager we could hear on the air.
Yes.
Hi, John.
Where's John?
He's so loud.
The mic's on in there.
Oh, the mic's on in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I wonder where that came from.
I thought I heard something earlier too, and I was like, it's just
Background
voices
noise.
again.
Just the boss.
They're back.
Just the big boss.
With the big hand.
What does being the Grand Marshal entail? Someone explain this to me. I'm jealous. I don't even know what I'm jealous of.
Do I wear a hat, a special hat?
Is there a baton?
Well, you go around the track in the front of the field.
In front of
In front of everybody. You get to ride the 2-seater. You get to be on stage. I mean, it's quite an honor.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I mean, if you look
Does
around
he get to start the race? Is that part of it?
I waved the green flag.
You do?
That's Chuck's job. I
started
would
the
never
race.
take that away
This is
from
year
you.
number 9.
I didn't know. I'm asking. I don't know the pomp and circumstance.
And I am not taking this lightly, by the way.
Yeah. You better take it serious.
I'm taking it very seriously. This is a huge honor.
You're in the first car to start the race.
This is. I mean,
you lead the field.
It is unbelievable.
What are you going to wear?
What should I wear?
I think you need a Santino Ferrucci jersey.
Oh, stop it. Bomberito shirt. I'll get you 500 shirts.
Great.
Wear them both.
Wear them both. Just alternate.
We're going to need them both.
We're going to need a split shirt.
Split shirt?
I'll wear a split. If you make me a split shirt, I'll wear a split shirt. Whatever you guys need me to do, I'm there for you.
I mean, as an Italian, you do kind of owe it to him.
This is your brother.
I'm rooting for him.
He has a vowel ending his last name. You got a vowel ending your last name.
He's got a Blackstone. I got a Blackstone.
You went to the same track growing up.
Yeah.
Knows the track you went to growing up. You both hate gorgonzola.
He loves mozzarella.
I love mozzarella.
You're not going to wear this guy's jersey?
Dude, is this your son? Is this one of your illegitimate children?
Could be.
Papa.
I don't know.
So I got one for you. We were just at another place doing an interview, and somebody asked him if he was my son.
Honestly, I've been asked a lot of crazy questions, and I was like, you know what? I could totally see Chuck having an afro.
Yeah.
I was like, I could see this.
I need some of that hair.
I know. I was like,
he could give me some of that hair.
I was
He's
like,
got
well,
enough.
Yeah. I was like, now I guess I wonder where I like talking to people. I said, that would make sense. I said, we already got a couple of things going for us.
Your hair is so good. Do you color your hair? Is it blonde naturally like this?
It's slightly highlighted.
All right. Okay. Hey,
But-
all right.
Yeah, slightly. But it is naturally.
Don't
this
tell the
curly.
other
Great hair.
IndyCar drivers that he highlights his hair.
No.
Oh, dude, some of them get perms.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, dude, the hair game in IndyCar is definitely pretty interesting depending on who you talk to.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, some of them will deny it too, which is even better. Just I was like, I'm pretty sure your hair was straight last week.
Well, listen, you had a hell of a weekend last weekend.
Thank you.
And so you get the weekend off. You're gonna chill this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, your definition of chill might be different than mine, but yeah.
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm gonna go sit by a pool.
Nice. That is chill.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's coming in hot.
Yeah.
5th at Indianapolis, 2nd at Detroit, and now we're looking.
And
going
listen,
to be up front.
we're not going to mention the penalty. I mean, it's.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I still kept second. That was
which is nice. I mean, a 26-point deduction in the standings.
which is ridiculous. I'm not actually allowed to talk about it.
Well,
I don't want to get. I don't want to get
without
fined.
you saying it. Without you saying it. So
I disagree.
It was a weight issue.
Yeah.
So something was it 1.8 pounds over?
It's a burger.
So no kidding. So to explain it to
It's
people,
a freaking burger, man.
yeah. So to explain it to people that are listening that kind of look at the penalty and go, well, it doesn't make any sense. It's because it doesn't. driver ballast needs to be 185. So it basically equalizes all of our weight. If they didn't have a driver ballast, we can move the 56 pounds of tungsten that's under my seat anywhere kind of in the car. So to keep it fair, it needs to belong under the seat or in a part in the nose box. It gets weighed at the start of the year by IndyCar. It gets teched, and then that's it. So, and then car weight, which is important, needs to be 1785. Now, if you're under car weight, then in my opinion, you are cheating because that is an unfair advantage. We were 10 pounds over in car weight, so we're perfectly legal as far as weight is concerned, and advantages are concerned. I'm at a disadvantage. So me being so small, I'm actually at a disadvantage with where all the lead is because I can't bring the weight distribution of the car forward. But at the end of the day, IndyCar does weigh that driver ballast. They weighed it in St. Pete for us. It's more on us for not checking it every weekend, but it's also it's a $20,000 block of tungsten that doesn't get changed once it gets set. So honestly, the discrepancy of 1.8 pounds is, you're 0.8 outside of the variance, which is laughable, in my opinion. But also
about the 0.8. What's that about the weight of?
About the weight of
a burger.
Of
one.
That was about the size of the burger I had before I got in the car.
Wow,
come on, man.
This is the chef's fault. That's right.
Well, did you get that, Scott? You got all that?
Yes, I got it all.
How much do one of those cars cost? Like all together, like an Indy car?
Built probably 1.2, 1.3 million.
Wow.
So that's motor and everything, full rolling chassis. Just a full rolling chassis will probably run you about $700,000.
And how fast can you get on the front and back stretches at Worldwide Tech Raceway? 215?
Yeah, 215 sounds about right. 215, 220 top speed in qualifying. Average lap speed should be mid 210s. It should almost be flat all the way around. Essentially, you're trying to lift and breathe it into one.
Yeah, you got a little bank it in 1 and 2.
Yep. And then you're supposed to hold it flat in 3 and 4. And then, Indy's where we go 240 plus.
Yeah.
So little wings, big boost, a lot of fun.
So this is, it's a 1.25 mile racetrack down there in Madison. And you guys are going to be going fast. And it's going to be 250 laps of just... Can't wait.
It's 260.
Is it 260?
I think I think it's supposed to be a 300-mile race.
I could be wrong. 260.
I mean, that's a long race for us. I mean, that's a lot of stops. With the big wings, we'll be burning a lot of fuel.
Santino, how hard is it to set the car up? Because it's 4 different corners.
Very.
It's not the same. It's an egg shape.
Yeah. So qualifying, we're going to try and set it up to where we just have to make adjustments between corners because that's the quickest way around. Racing, you don't want to do that because it'll take away from your driving at one point. So our queue setup might be a little bit different. It might be a little bit more free. We're going to try and make it rotate in 1 and 2 and just hope and pray in 3 and 4. It's kind of
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I had
doesn't drive the 2-seater.
There is a highlight reel, not from last year's qualifying, but the year before in 2023. I went through 3 and 4 and I almost ate it. So it's pretty good if people want to look that up. 2023 Bomberito qualifying 14 car.
Almost ate it.
Yeah, I went through 3 and 4 and I had one of the bigger moments. And if you wreck a car in qualifying on the same day that you're racing, you don't race.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that's when you talk about like tightening up your butt.
Yeah.
That'll
That'll do
1.2 million.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So listen, they moved the race time, so it's an evening race. It's a 7 o'clock green flag. You have all the music this weekend, and by the way, your ticket is a concert ticket too. So your ticket to the race is a ticket to go see the concerts as well.
Correct.
And it's a Friday thing, it's a Saturday thing, it's a Sunday thing. Go all 3 days. Bring the family. Come see me be the Grand Marshal.
Give Dad what he really wants.
What happened?
Give Dad what he really wants, a race car.
Yeah, it's Father's Day, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And it's prime time, and, the track, Worldwide Technology, Raceway, Chris and Curtis and Declan, all the guys out there, the track is set up. It's beautiful. If you haven't been there in a while, it's so different than it was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an entire weekend of fun.
And you have all the different experiences. Go to WWT Raceway for the schedule of events, to get your tickets, and to really be up close and watch these guys go real fast.
The best experience is turn 4.
Yeah,
Bomberito Suites.
The Bomberito Suite's great. It's an event. I mean, we're above the track. You'll be there.
Yeah.
Sugar Fire Barbecue.
I think an event's an
IndyCar
understatement.
bar.
Yeah.
I love it. I go over there and do a meet and greet every year.
Drive interviews.
Yeah, and it's hard not to just stay and lounge and hang out.
Yeah.
As a driver, but then I remember.
But then you got to go to work.
Yeah, I got to go to work. I go back to my day job. So, but yeah, if anyone that wants to go, that's what I would recommend is that Turn 4 suite. So.
Well, listen, as a show, we're officially rooting.
Oh, yeah.
For the number 14 AJ Foyt racing car
Good luck
driven
to you.
by Santino Ferrucci. That's it.
That's right.
Thank you, guys.
Going all in.
And if you wreck it in qualifying, I'll call your ex's boyfriend with the yacht, see if he'll buy you a new one.
Trust me, I've thought about it too.
And Chuck, thank you so much for this opportunity to be Grand Marshal. I'm beyond grateful, and it's a dream come true. I'll be honest.
No, we talked to you last year.
I know.
And you were busy. So we're happy to have you. You know, it's going to be great. You're going to have a great time. You're a great race fan.
Yeah.
You're a great fan of the track, the sport. So
Yeah.
we're happy to have you.
Well, thank you. It's a great honor. The great Chuck Wallace, VP and GM of the Bomberito Automotive Group, and of course, our good buddy Santino Ferrucci. All right, we'll take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. WWTRaceway.com for your tickets. A week, huh? It's over.
We did it.
Let's land this plane. Appreciate you all tuning in. Big thanks to Santino and Chuck Wallace for coming in. Santino Ferrucci, the number 14 AJ Foyt racing car. The big race next Sunday, Father's Day, over at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Get your tickets for that Bomberito suite.
Mm-hmm.
That's you want to talk about luxury? There you go.
Food and drink.
Food and drink.
And you're the Grand Poopah.
I'm the Grand Marshal.
We know someone big now.
Proud of you. This is excellent for you.
I know.
I'm very excited, honestly. And I've held it for a long time.
I can't believe you did. That's incredible. Good job.
All right. If you missed anything in the program, make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michaels. Dobbs with the podcast. Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers with the podcast. Scott, what's the podcast title?
You'll be drinking it twice, Santino Ferrucci.
All right. Learn.
Come on out to Copper Fire this Sunday, 2 to 5. My band plays classic rock. We have a good time. Hope to see you.
Scott.
Follow me at King Scott Rules, and you guys have a great weekend.
Rafe.
No notes.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots from St. Louis. Ryan Dunn is our Team Rizz Member of the Day, and he wants to hear this song. Here it is. We will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Thank you.